He's doing like some kind of dance.
Oh, he's doing like some square stepping, bro.
I
Line
don't think.
dancing.
Hey, GP, turn your mic on. You gotta turn your mic on, kid.
Chad,
Matt,
Chad,
can you hear me?
that's your brother.
Yeah,
So I kind of
I
figured,
think so.
obviously.
He's not saying anything. Is your mic
He's
on,
like,
Matt?
nah, bro. Nah, bro. Don't know you, dude.
What?
GP, is your
Yeah,
mic on?
he came flexed on you, bro. The cowboy hat's killing it.
Hello? You guys hear me?
Yo, what's up, JP? Yeah, I hear you,
Your
man.
mic on
What's
now?
up,
GP,
everyone?
sorry, not JP. GP.
How we doing, DGen?
Hey, I'm good. How you doing, man?
Doing all right.
All
Digging
the
the
homies
outfit,
in
if
here,
you want.
man. It's great. Great.
You like the bolo tie?
No,
Yeah,
it's
dude,
nice.
it's sick, bro. The whole fit, dude, with the cowboy hat and the mustache is
Yeah,
just like,
I kind of went all out.
yeah, dude, clearly, like, you went super drippy on here, dude.
Yeah, I'm dripping all over the place.
Yeah,
Making me
just,
want to
like,
go and
oozing.
change.
You're just like oozing on the floor, bro. What's up, Faxy? Blockchain John just chilling at the booth, dude. John, how's it going?
Good. Good.
GP, how are you moving your head like that?
Good. I have to thank you. You probably don't realize it, but I'm also the guy that created Pixel Rex. So
Oh,
your
yeah?
profile pic that you had on Twitter. Yeah. I
Oh,
appreciate you
thanks.
taking it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, I really appreciate it. I just figured I'd personally thank you. So
I appreciate that. Yeah, thanks for making it.
yeah, no problem, man. I was just happy that you took it, but I just figured I'd say hi.
Ravencoin girl?
That
Can't get
guy's
the
a
outfit on
liar.
us, Crypto?
Black
Switched up,
murdered
dude?
out.
Yeah, dude, you swagged out, man. I'm feeling like maybe I need to change or something, dude. Like I'm feeling like I'm underdressed compared to
Hey,
Raven,
guys.
man.
Dude,
What's up,
I don't know how he's
JC?
moving his head like that.
Yeah, I don't know. What's up,
Spacebar,
JC?
spacebar.
Hey, JC Keen, how are you?
It's a great crowd. A lot of people here.
I wish
Very
he was able to
interesting.
jump.
Oh,
Alright,
How do you do all
starting
those
now,
crazy
isn't it?
movements?
Right
Almost,
click.
I think it's almost.
Right click on your avatar.
Hey, there you go.
What's up, man?
You like what you see?
I don't know. These guys are over here like dancing and jumping. I can barely like turn in circles.
You have to right click on your avatar.
This is funny.
Very good.
Well, Chad, I'm trying to get Jonathan to do this. He's not.
GP, you're like a model out here, dude.
No, he doesn't want to
Hitting
do it.
everything with the king pose, dude.
All right, where are we going? Auditorium 1? We'll see you
Yeah,
guys
I
there.
believe it's Auditorium 1.
Woohoo! Let's get this party started.
Hey, everybody that's just coming in. I'm just giving it a couple more minutes till everybody can make their way over here. There's about at least 20 other people waiting to come in. Blockchain John, I think your mic, you got a hot mic.
What's up,
It's
bro?
outside still kicking balls.
Greg,
Definitely,
you
it
want
would
to
definitely help. We
Yeah,
got
yeah,
about
I'll sit with you.
52 in here in the world, so we got a
This
couple
last row?
stragglers, but we can get started.
Hey, humble.
Want to make sure you can hear before you get up here.
Yo, what's up, Francois?
Hey, what's going on? How is everybody? How you guys doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Staying black, staying out of the way. Pretty good.
That's funny. That's funny.
I finally get to talk to you guys. Like, hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's up,
I
bro?
know, man.
You take pictures in here. I've got Tron and Doug sitting next to me.
All right, Mango, can you hear us? You got us? You could always live
I
stream
didn't
it and
realize
listen
when
to
I
the
walked in here,
live
my
stream.
mic off on me.
All right. Well, so for time's sake, we'll start getting this started. So if you can, everybody can do me a favor, just make sure you mute your mics, just so there's no hot mics and interference in the background. So there's a few out there. Mango. Yeah, I got you. Your mic's working, Mango. All right, so good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're at in the world. So welcome to the Ravencoin Braveland event. So most of you know me from Twitter or Discord as the Humble Miner, and I'll be the host for tonight. If for some reason I drop off, everybody knows the schedule from the flyer, so we'll just keep on moving along. I first wanted to take the time to thank each and every one of you who made this event possible, from the speakers, the contributors, and especially everybody here and everybody that's watching the live stream. How many people do we have on the live stream right now? I think last time I saw it was like up to 8 or so. But overall, hey, I'm sorry for blowing up everybody's feed in Discord and Twitter, but I wanted to make sure we got the word out, and we really did. That's thanks to everybody's support. So that's a huge part of Raven's success as a whole. It's the community, and this whole event is purely community driven. And I can tell you, not a lot of projects can say that. So kudos to everybody. So about a month ago, I realized there hasn't been a community event. I think the last one was April. And there's so many great things happening in the Raven space, and I knew it was time we get back together. So here we are. I wanted it to be a platform to share the latest, greatest, and also just a way for everybody to meet each other, so we can continue to grow and build together. And I'll tell you, tonight's lineup has gone above and beyond what I expected. If you've seen the schedule, you already know it's going to be great. So the first speaker tonight is Tron Black, and he'll be covering a few topics. So what is Ravencoin, the Ravencoin network today, and what's next for Ravencoin. Then we have Mango Farm presenting on the updated web wallet, IPFS, and an upcoming hardware wallet. And then following Mango, I'll cover a few ways to support Ravencoin. And then we'll have a block of time for projects to come up on stage, give a brief overview. And then after that, it's auction time over in the concert hall hosted by Just NFTs. And if you love NFTs, you definitely don't want to miss tonight's lineup. There's everything from a hardware wallet package from Mango, digital land built on Ravencoin by Nifty Synth, and then to a voodoo doll. And if you stick around throughout the event, there might be a few giveaways. Shout out to 14 and Johnny Raven. So thank you very much. All right, so get the event started, and let's give a warm welcome to Tron Black.
All right. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'm going to try putting slides up on the screen here. All right. I don't know if that worked or not. There we go. Okay, you guys can see that?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is pretty basic, and I think we're probably going through what is Ravencoin. That was the first thing on the agenda. But the main reason is we're not sure who's new. And some of you probably been here and probably heard all of this before. So it'll just be a review. So stick with me. And for everybody else, I'll just kind of run through what Ravencoin is. I'll kind of start there. So the Ravencoin, its origin, the idea was from Bruce Fenton. He was the former executive director of the Bitcoin Foundation, and he was working with T0, which was started by Patrick Byrne, CEO of Overstock, and they were working together. Bruce Fenton had this idea to create a blockchain that handled assets or tokens. It wasn't the first one. There were others like Open Assets and Mastercoin, which is now Omni. So there was different ones already, but he had one that had an idea of starting with Bitcoin and then sort of integrating the two together instead of trying to build a layer 2 on top of Bitcoin. He had kind of come up with the branding, the idea, and he had I think he'd even hired some developers out of Russia, and that didn't work out. Patrick Byrne offered some development support. I just happened to be in the right place, right time, and had the right skill set for helping to work on this project. And so we did. We started with Bitcoin and kind of modified that. It was a small team working in the Peace Coliseum. If you're not, some of you probably have been to the Peace Coliseum. If you haven't, it's a big, beautiful $100 million building in Utah. It looks like a peace sign from the sky as you're flying over. The airplanes kind of fly over it, and you can see it looks like a peace sign. It's round, has a smaller area in the center, and it has the spokes out for the to be able to get into the center. It looks like it's a peace sign. This began as a code fork of Bitcoin. Instead of 10-minute blocks, we went to 1-minute blocks. Made the blocks a little bit larger, which is controversial at the time for Bitcoin. We kept the 4-year halving, which means we just actually extended the number of blocks before it halved. We just made those 10 times as many, so that we kept a 4-year schedule. And then we started with 5,000 Raven per block as the initial block subsidy. And that was basically so we could create or do 21 billion instead of 21 million tokens. So launched on January 3rd, 2018, which was Bitcoin's 9th birthday. We had a Genesis block that kind of mirrored or used the same publication that was used for Bitcoin's Genesis block. There was always a plan to add asset support, and that was activated on November 5th, 2018. All assets have unique names. So if you go to an asset explorer, you'll find that every one of them is unique. And I jumped ahead unintentionally. Okay. We added, at the time, we added the ability to create main assets, sub assets, and unique assets, which are now very popularly called NFTs, but we had them called unique assets. NFTs wasn't a big term at the time. And so with unique assets, there was only ever one of them, which fit really well with NFTs. And then we added restricted assets in 2019. That was kind of in an effort to be able to handle some of the rules and regulations around security tokens and give additional set of tools for people who have to stay compliant and make sure that they have to keep the tokens kind of reined into a certain set of addresses. Those tokens start with a different character, so everybody knows whether or not they're using one of those or not. And you can tokenize anything. So these are just some ideas: tickets, real estate, game items, gold, certificate of authenticity for real kind of collectible items, stock certificates, money or stable coins, art, either as a single unit, it's sort of an NFT, digital art is an NFT, or actually split up so that you have lots of shares of art. So you could actually take artwork and do shares of that, or kind of gift cards or points or rewards, or in the case of Vincent, wine that's still in the barrels, not ready to drink, but will eventually be able to, you can transfer your token and actually redeem it for the wine shipped to your door. Ravencoin.asset-explorer.net lets you explore all of these assets. There's a few other asset experts that are out there. This one's really nice, and it counts up the assets. So I usually keep pasting in a new image from this, and we're over 35,000 assets now created on the Ravencoin blockchain. These are assets. Some of them are NFTs where there's one, but some of them actually have 21 billion of them. Where it's just one asset name. The Ravencoin Foundation was formed about a year ago, and it was formed from the subsidiary of Overstock that was used to, well, it was paying for development of Ravencoin. That was disbanded, and it's become just a financial fund. And it was Medici Ventures, and it invested in about 18 companies, and then Ravencoin. Ravencoin is not a company. It's just open source software. And so it didn't really fit the model of having like shares of it for this financial entity. And so they said, well, what are we going to do with this? And so Medici Ventures basically paid for the legal work to create a foundation, a 501c6 foundation, and helped fund it with some funds just to kind of help get it started. And so it'll pay a little bit over the next 2 years or so to keep that foundation running. Ravencoin's super decentralized. The foundation just helps support the open source project. Developers are all around the globe. There's multiple websites and more being built. The foundation kind of keeps track or helps approve pull requests, meaning anybody can add to it. But we want to check and make sure everything that's added is safe. So the foundation kind of watches over ravencoin.org and ravencoin.foundation. If you ever want something added to there, you say you're doing an NFT site, something like that, just let us know. We can add that. Ravencoin Foundation has this massive footer on every page that just points you to all kinds of resources for Ravencoin of all types, from exchanges, sites, to discussion, to social media, to all kinds of things. So it's a great place to jump to and then spoke out to wherever you want to go. It doesn't have a lot of content of its own, but it does kind of branch out to lots of different places. And it's pretty well organized in the Ravencoin is somewhat unique. It never paid any exchanges to list, and there is no marketing department for Ravencoin. So marketing, or the we'll call it word of mouth is maybe a better term for Ravencoin, is really up to kind of everyone. It's just out there, and you can show everybody and that kind of thing. So, Ravencoin Foundation does run a monitoring site. So it monitors right now about 50 different websites or mining pools or whatever related to Ravencoin and nodes. Just monitors those. If you want us to monitor a site that you're building or have, we're happy to do it. We could even set it up pretty easily so that if it's down for whatever reason, it monitors it every minute. Or if you want it monitored less frequently, if you don't want to hit often, we can do that. And we can have this service send you an email if it's ever down. So if you want, just kind of inexpensive monitoring for anything Ravencoin, just let me know. We can plug your site into it. This is the footer I was talking about, kind of big, but pretty well organized, and on every page of the Ravencoin Foundation. Good place to just spoke from, or to have your site added if you want to be kind of part of the ecosystem. Because we started a few minutes late, so I was kind of left these in there for Q&A, but we're running just slightly behind, so I'm going to kind of jump straight to the next presentation. Actually, no, we're not. I was supposed to start at 6:15, so we have time for questions. If you have questions, I'm happy to answer them. Can we do questions? Is there? How about on the public chat? If you have a question.
I actually have a question.
Oh, great.
With the part where you were saying about being able to connect your site to sorry, I kind of missed to the monitoring aspect.
Yeah.
Would it when it comes to it, like I have a main website that I have up for about a year with Wix, and I didn't know what to do with it until now. And now that you said that, I figured, well, what could I implement with that in order to build something specifically for Ravencoin? And because like everybody already has something going on, so I'm trying to figure out what could I do to, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. So Wix is pretty much just sort of a brochure-like site. Mostly does presentation of data, which is fine. If you have information that you publish, either regularly or about Ravencoin or something like that, and want to put it on there, and you kind of keep that live and kind of moving and something. I mean, Wix is unlikely to kind of go down. Usually it's more like a website that like a mining pool or something that goes down. So it's probably not as important to monitor it, but if you want us to monitor it, we certainly can. What it would do is just kind of send you an email if it ever couldn't kind of ping your site and see if content is there. But yeah, we have a wiki page that that you can also contribute to if you want sections on the wiki page that people can branch out from. But yeah. Other question. Oh, Vince. Let's see. Reading the questions here. So, since Ravencoin is decentralized, what steps are being taken to being proactive in the network to make sure it stays decentralized? So there's a couple of things. The only thing that we need to be really careful about is making sure that the code stays really safe, right? So we don't want to open it up to anybody can post in the code without sort of that checks and gateways. But we're really trying to. I mean, the thing that would cause it to be not decentralized is if one person's kind of being like the boss or in charge, and so we're trying to make sure that isn't the case. That it's sort of a it's kind of a group effort on everything. Can you show that slide again? If you want to post which slide you mean on that, because I'm not sure which slide. Okay, QA for Twitch. What made them make the decision to axe the marketing team? There was never really a marketing team. This project was in the spirit of Bitcoin. So it's not there isn't marketing. It's that the project itself is a decentralized. It's software. So if someone wants to market it, they absolutely can. But the project is mainly focused around the software being its own network. So as you build the software, run the software, that creates the network. So it's the one kind of holding all the assets and running the ledger. And so if someone wants to create marketing around it, that's absolutely fine, not a problem. And anybody can do it. It's not saying we're against marketing. It's that there isn't a company behind this that is, in charge of marketing. Let's see. When do you expect Raven will be on Coinbase, Gemini, or other large exchanges? I actually have a slide for that at the end. I don't have. I'll answer that now. It has been submitted to Coinbase, Gemini, and Kraken, and so I have not heard from anyone there. If we wanted to collectively, we could get together as a community and ask their support often and frequently when they're going to support Raven. I mean, that's one option. We haven't kind of done that, used the power of community to kind of convince them, but that's certainly a possibility. Yeah, Leon's awesome. If you don't follow him, you should on Twitter at Leon_Texas. You can go ahead and do that now. He's fun. Leon's awesome. What about KuCoin? I don't know if we've been submitted to KuCoin or not. Anybody can submit or send me the link to where to submit. We can get there on there. Where's Sally from the marketing department? For those who aren't familiar with this, this was sort of an inside joke, meaning inside the community. That we just say, oh yeah, that's Sally's department from the marketing. She gets paid to do that kind of thing. It was kind of a joke within that there is no marketing department on the 7th floor. Yeah, so if there's no other questions, I will go to the next section. So the Ravencoin network day. So most of the stuff that for a lot of people here are probably familiar with all the stuff that I covered already, just because it's it's 3.5, almost 4-year history. So Ravencoin network today. So some of the stats. We've had a $3.4 billion trade volume day. That means $3.24 billion of Raven traded hands on, it was near Valentine's Day of this year. We exceeded $2 billion market cap in March. It's down a little bit, but we're still above $1 billion market cap. That's the number of coins issued times its current price. We've had over 35,000 assets created. That varies from ones that people are kind of, reserving the good names to they're actually being, I would say that the rate of increase is sped up, but mostly because they're NFTs. So NFTs count, in each one of these. And every time an NFT is created, it's just one token. So it's not going to be plugging up the network. It's just the one token, but it gets added into this 35,000 number. It's having about 3.8 years of uptime. One of the important things about this is the longer network is up, the more there's kind of the more stable it, the more interest because of its longevity. That it attracts more attention. So one of the reasons, among the reasons that Bitcoin is the largest and the biggest, is because of its longer history. We reached number 2 on Lunar Crush social metric. That just means that there's an amazing community out there chatting, and a lot of you are here chatting and talking about Ravencoin on various different social channels. And Lunar Crush uses AI and monitoring to basically see what people are talking about, kind of analyze it for sentiment. Are people talking about it good or bad, and is it talked about more, and the volume of it and things like that. So that was pretty impressive from the community. You can send Raven or an asset for well under a penny. That's important just because some of the networks like Ethereum can cost a lot to send an asset. So you might, or to send an NFT, for example, You might have a NFT that you bought, and to move it around, transfer it to somebody might cost 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks. We're going to have the Halvening around January 15th of 2022. That's coming up pretty soon. And the importance of this is that it means half the Raven that will ever be issued will be issued right around that date. And then what will happen is the block reward will drop to 2,500 Raven per block. And that's always, even in Bitcoin days, in the early days, even its first halving, people were worried that, oh, this is terrible, mining's going to stop because the miners get half as much and things like that. What has happened, it's not a guarantee, but what has happened, especially we see it lots of times in lots of coins, is because the amount is being issued is decreasing. They typically become more valuable. So it's, like I said, it's not a guarantee, but it's happened a lot in lots of different projects. And so as they become more and more scarce, the price will often go up to compensate for that. This was kind of cool. This was really all about you guys. There was a crypto world championship, and they paired up a whole bunch of different tokens and coins. So we went against, I think, Tron and Ripple and different things. They were paired up sort of in a bracket format. And the winner kept coming out Raven until we won the whole thing. So that was pretty awesome. There was, I think, 1 or 2 rounds where they cheated. So it was kind of provably they were buying votes and things like that through automated services and things like that. So that was detected, and we won the round even though we came in with a lower number. But that's because we weren't buying the votes. So that was super cool. That was fairly recent in the last within the last month. Super cool. So there's an upcoming upgrade. So this is more than anything talked about in kind of the dev meetings. There's been a security audit, actually been 2 security audits on it. One that was specifically the pay to script hash code, and then another one that was done to audit the code that wasn't in pay to script hash. There are a few small issues to address. Some of them need to be ignored because if the changes they recommend were implemented, and then it would cause a fork if someone kind of kind of looked at it and said, oh, what if I do this? They could fork the chain. So we're going to have to leave some of those off. None of them are very serious. The one that sounds the most serious was actually a misunderstanding by the people doing the security audit. So I'll write some stuff up about that and why we're not making the change that they suggested. But you can look at that as well. And then, of course, it adds some other improvements, graphical improvements, and things like that. It'll be the first update we've had in a while. But the network's been really strong, really stable. But it adds pay to script hash for assets. So what is that? So pay to script hash, something that already exists for Raven, and it's a type of transaction, meaning I think we have pay to pub key, which is what most transactions are for Raven or for assets. Pay to script hash are usually more complex transactions, and those more complex transactions allow you to do things like multi-sig with like 10 and 15 addresses. Those aren't great for individuals just sending an asset, but it is great when you start automating things like, oh, we have 15 computers spread around the world, and they all have an address that they can sign for, and so you could lock up an asset in that, and then those computers could basically release it when it's time, and no one person, because these computers all around the world each have their own private key. Those computers can unlock that when they're triggered on another blockchain. And what that allows you to do is some complex scripts like, I want to lock up my whatever token you've been created, and this is already being done for Raven. I'll give the Raven example. I want to lock up the Raven, and then I want to issue a P Raven on another network, let's say on a smart contract network, where I can loan against the value or borrow against the value. So you could actually take Raven, move it over to Binance Smart Chain, and then borrow against that Raven because the Raven has a value on using the DeFi and things like that. So you can already do this with Raven, but we want to be able to do it so you could borrow against potentially something else of value. Maybe it's NFTs, maybe it's shares of stock, things like that. So this gives the Ravencoin network the ability to kind of branch out, reach out, and connect to other things. So it's really for kind of layer 2 solutions. So it allows locking of assets and then minting the assets elsewhere, and then kind of going the other direction. So when the assets, the P Raven or the P, a derivative asset gets burned on the other thing, then this complex script can unlock the Raven back on the back on the Ravencoin network. So that's what that's for. NFTs, it's Ravencoin's perfect platform for NFTs. I mean, it's just built in with IPFS, being able to link directly to a token name, to have unique tokens or unique assets, which really is what an NFT is. Also, going a step beyond, which is you automatically have a built-in name resolution system that's built into Ravencoin's network. You have the ability to do provenance, meaning you build an NFT off of a main asset. So that main asset, someone creates that and can build a brand behind that, and that's that will have more value than just having some random thing that's just sort of floating without provenance. It's about 5 Raven for an NFT, or about 60 cents. That's to create it. And the NFT ecosystem is growing fast in Ravencoin. Here are some of the sites. I've just kind of put screen caps of some of the sites that. And it's hard for me to read here. Remember if this, but let me do it this way. 1 second. All right. Yeah, so the first one was Raven Bay. So this, oops, back. This is Raven Bay, so you can go there and bid on various NFTs. You've got Raven Trader, which is Raven Trader is actually a site, stores half-signed transactions. So it's basically an offer. So you can offer up something, an NFT or a token, and say, I want this much Raven for it. Someone else can come along and say, okay, here's this much Raven, and kind of sign the other half of the transaction. Basically put those together and create a full transaction that can be submitted to the network and performs an atomic swap. An atomic swap, atomic just means it can't be divided. So it's like it can fail, but it can't fail where one party gets theirs and the other party doesn't get what they wanted. So atomic swaps kind of happen together or not at all. But this site allows you to basically kind of view offers and then satisfy the other side of the offer, and it all happens on chain, and so you don't have to like trust anybody. It's all happening directly on the Ravencoin chain. Here's Raven NFT, another NFT website. We have, one is this. We have just NFTs, and we have the asset marketplace. So these are all NFT websites. There's another one. Nifty Synth. And that's all I have for that. Let's jump to questions. I will watch the.
Yeah, I have a question.
Great.
So Facebook just changed their name to Meta. What are your So what are your thoughts on how Ravencoin can be utilized? I just really want to hear what you have to say about that.
Okay. I would like, and then I tried to get it done in here. That they didn't, but I really like Ravencoin to be participate in this. And metaverse kind of has all kinds of meanings or whatever. But I do understand what the direction they're going, right? So I've played in lots of VR environments. In fact, we do our board meeting in a VR environment and VR headsets and the Oculus. It would be great to have basically digital money for this environment. It would be great actually in here if you could click on someone's name right next to it, and just how you can go to profile if you could just say pay/tip right there, and then pop up your Ravencoin address. And that way there would be like a money ecosystem within this virtual environment. And I think that could be extended. It'd be awesome if it's Ravencoin. I don't have the power to make that happen across the entire ecosystem, of all VR and everything, but it would make a great payment mechanism, whether it's, any crypto really would that has low fees. It would be great to have kind of a crypto payment system across the board. And you could actually do it. I was trying to get it because specifically this is Ravencoin Campus. It would be nice to just pop up and it's a Ravencoin address. But it'd be fairly simple to put addresses that are BIP44 aware, so that you basically kind of click pay tip and see all the coins that exist, and just pay tip in any coin. And that's definitely a doable thing in any virtual environment. And I think it's a great fit. So I think as we move to more virtual environments, I'd like to see more of that. Be great if Ravencoin was the standard.
Of course, thank you.
Yep. Let's see. We got, do you know of any companies that are waiting pay to script? Yeah. So the main one I think that's kind of waiting for pay to script hash. And I don't know if they're like waiting on pins and needles, but in order for them to be able to do pay to do what they do, is Atomic Dex by Komodo. They already support Raven, and so you can go, and it's a decentralized exchange. Runs as an app. They support multiple coins. We were involved in part of their kind of load testing and things like that. And so I think that's one that Atomic Dex could fairly easily list any token in their deck once that's supported. Now, how quickly they do that, I don't know. That's not something I control, but I think they're one be a really good fit. And the other one would be anybody who wants to. I guess it's not specific company, but anybody basically wants to hop those assets over to other smart chains to do other things with them, to integrate them into to a smart contract. How can I have Aries token to this virtual? I'm not sure what that means. DM me your asset aware address. Anyone who does it can. Okay, that's for anybody can post here. I want to make stock for my shoes. Okay. You can do that online. I don't want, yeah. If you're doing stock and it's a company, you just have to be careful of securities laws if you're selling to U.S. people. But you can definitely do it. I would like to see more of that. So security token market, I went to their I guess it wasn't theirs, it was somebody else's conference, and security token market. They're doing great stuff. They're big fans of Ravencoin, and so they're kind of moving in that direction of basically talking to everybody about doing stock or security tokens on top of various platforms, and they're big fans of Ravencoin. I will help test the first Raven GoFundMe drive. Okay. And pay to script hash works to provide liquidity pools. It potentially can. Pay to script hash allows you to move assets onto another chain that can do liquidity pools. Tron, right now it seems that NFTs are where the rubber is hitting the road pretty good. Is there anything you could do from a development standpoint to help us as a community succeed in being a major NFT platform? I think we're there as far as the platform goes. I'm seeing lots and lots of development, lots of sites, lots of stuff on Twitter. I don't know if it needs anything. If those NFTs are going to move to a smart contract platform for interaction with DeFi, that's what pay to script hash is for. So that is coming. Obviously, the demand would have to be there, and someone would have to kind of build that second layer. But then at least they would have the tool set to do that. It's kind of like in the guts, it's sort of the engine underneath, so it's not that sexy, but that piece will be available for developers to be able to build that. Okay. Mango Farm uses an awesome parsing feature in the IPFS hash. Will this kind of functionality implemented globally? Good question. I mean, that's the way to do it, is to do a rip, and then just to get that out there and get other people to implement it. It's not really something that can be done. Maybe we can add stuff to core to do it, but no plans right now. Tron, my friend, owns a dog park and pub, wants to get investors to be able to expand. Can you explain an example of how Raven would work for her to get investors with her making her own coin and distributing dividends, etc.? Have any small business done something like this already to get investors? So I have two examples. One example is Tanaga Island Resort. It's a little bit bigger, so it's an island resort. Basically, they use two SEC exemptions, Reg S and Reg D. Reg S means you sell to people who aren't related to the U.S., meaning they're not on U.S. soil and they're not U.S. citizens. And that's an exemption because the SEC says, well, we don't regulate anybody but the U.S. So, you know, that's an exemption to the securities laws. And then Reg D allows you to do that with lots of investors, as long as you're only selling to people who are either wealthy or have taken some tests to prove that they're a sophisticated investor, like a Series 62 or a Series 7, that's only been added recently, those two options. Before that, you just had to be, basically make a lot of money, which seems to me very, very unfair, kind of disturbing. And then the other one, there was one recently, it was a story I read that basically somebody did kind of crowd fund a movie. They were doing a movie and they raised some funds for it. And I thought that was awesome. I would like to see lots of that. Just be aware, you need to be really careful if you're dealing with US people and you're promising to do profits. You just have to be careful. Oh, good. RavenC.io, that's awesome. So there's a new marketplace, RavenC.io. That is awesome. We should get that on the Ravencoin Foundation website, and also just tell everybody about it. If you don't follow me, I try to retweet or like or send or get information about exchanges and swap sites and NFT sites and things like that. Just try to get that out there. And then for ones I can that make sense, I add them to the Ravencoin Foundation Twitter, so that you have a nice organized place to get them. There's other places to get that information. You can probably get it from Ravencoin Wiki or the Raven Wiki as well. So it's not the only place, but I try to get information out. I try to be a conduit for information. DogNFT.com is all right, I guess. So yeah, we can get that on there. Just if you want it monitored, let me know. If you want it on the website and you own any of these, Raven CIO, Blockdog, let me know. I'll put them under the NFT section. Okay, so I think we hit time. So we're gonna jump to the next section. So what's next? So future development. So there was some proposals. I didn't put them on the slides here. There was some proposals about adding. I think it was called codename Evermore. So I don't know. Some of you probably saw that. It had some great ideas, some neat things in it, and so it was. We looked at it, and the problem was that some of the things in there would take away from some of Ravencoin's core strengths. And some of the core strengths of Ravencoin are its fair issuance, that it doesn't divert funds, that it's never sold anything, that it's not related to DeFi in the sense that it's don't have financial things going on that would cause problems with it, right? Which makes it an easier, better, safer platform for people creating security tokens and things like that. There were some great ideas in that other project. There's a good chance that other project will go forward ahead, but not on Ravencoin. These are two things that probably would be good or helpful on Ravencoin. One that was proposed recently, proposed feature is mineable assets. So you can already create assets. You can create main assets, you can create sub assets, you can create unique assets, you can create restricted assets. A mineable asset would be one that has a lot of the same characteristics of a, let's say, of a main asset or a root asset, except instead of you saying, I create it and I want all 21 billion, and I just have them now like a big, big sack of tokens that, are all mine. You would be able to create one that says, I want these mined into existence. So they would go to the miners. They may have a value, they may not have a value at first, they may have a value later. And then you would also, in this proposal, you would be able to route some of those assets to the project that was creating them. So let's say, for example, you could say, I want to create 1 million tokens, and I want 2% to come to the project, so that it can, kind of fund it in the future from the value that hopefully would be created by the project. And the other 90% I want distributed to all the people who are mining. So it's kind of a fair way to distribute tokens. Similar to the way Raven is distributed, someone could create a token like that. And you would say how many, over what period of time would be mined, and whether you want it mined in every block or whether you want it mined in like every 10th block and things like that. And so that proposal's there. It would have a couple of RPC calls for the creation of it. It would have a cost. The cost would basically commensurate of using up some of the block space to create those assets in the block, and to do that over time. And so it would cost, right now the proposal is for about 1 Raven per block that it gets mined into, but you could also say, I want it mined every hour instead of every minute. And so that would be, it would cost you less, but it would also use up less block space. So that proposal, you'll see that coming. And the other one is emulation, RPC for assets. I'll explain what that is in a second. Let me go back here. Yeah, so this was, I didn't jump to the slide. So assets are created and distributed to miners, which of course would go to the people that are running the mining rigs or mining. There would be a cost of 1 Raven per block used to distribute the token, and you would choose a quantity and how frequently you'd want that token. And then emulation, this is making it so that you can more easily plug in an asset to work like Bitcoin, Litecoin, or Raven into an exchange. So if you did create a token and it did get a trading value, and you do want it on an exchange like could be a big one like Coinbase or a smaller one, that those usually have the ability to plug in a coin like a Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ravencoin, because there's certain calls like get balance and transfer that they expect. And what this would do is allow you to set your token up and then basically say on this port, you can call get balance and transfer, and it's going to, on that port, would query the balance for whatever your token is. So it's an emulation, it's sort of a translation layer, and it's really for exchanges. So those are the two proposals that are kind of out there right now. I don't believe the code for either has been worked on. This emulation has been on the roadmap actually for quite a while, and it's in GitHub if you want to go look at it. I think that's it. Nope, there should be one more slide. No, 2 more slides. Okay, I don't know why the other slides aren't happening. At least on my screen, they're not. So I'll go ahead and talk about it anyway, but it's on my screen, I'm not seeing the slides. So there is a new wallet that's being worked on, and it will be a API-based wallet, and it will so it'll be faster. So the main reason, so if you're familiar with something like Exodus or Edge or something like that, a wallet that supports multiple coins. So this one would support Raven and then multiple tokens. It'll be API based. which means it'll be fast. You don't have to wait, 2 days for it to sync. And it will support the creation of tokens, the transfer of tokens, things like that. Also, it would have the ability to potentially rebrand it. So the developers of this wallet would be able to, you can take your colors and make a splash screen and an icon, things like that, and have a wallet that only uses like Raven and your token or your tokens. And that way you could use it for things like gift cards or tickets or things like that without having to worry about some of the weird token names that we've seen on the blockchain show up in your wallet, which isn't good for branding sometimes. So there's that. And then the other one that I wanted to mention was exchanges. So questions came up about, and I pretty much already answered this earlier, but the Ravencoin has been submitted to Coinbase, it's been submitted to Kraken, it's been submitted to Gemini. If we want, we can, kind of join together and kind of choose one, and we can, ask their support, when they're going to support it, and so they, see the we'll call it demand or power of the community kind of ask for that support. So that's the end of my presentation. And then I'm gonna jump to, let's just do questions and answers for another 7 minutes. Okay, I see. Let's target Gemini. We could do that. So I think if we just start out on on Twitter or something like that, and then ask their support and see if we can get them. See if we can get them to add us. Yeah, I did ask for a while back. Somebody else said that just so I wouldn't be spoofed, right? So somebody wouldn't fake my identity. Oh, so the question is, Tron, let's get you a check mark on Twitter. I did ask that. I am concerned about that, possibility of somebody pretending to be me and saying there's a new release or something like that. So I did try to do that. They said for my geographic region, I don't have enough followers. So see. What do you know about the wallet that has 4.3 billion Raven? That's a lot of Raven. I don't know much about it. I've been informed that it. But I did look at it. I kind of followed it, and it looks like, that it had donated to one of the projects, and there's only a couple of people it could be, but that is a lot. That's a significant amount in one wallet. So I'm surprised it's in one wallet. I mean, for anyone to keep that in one wallet seems surprising to me, but I don't know too much about it. It's not me, I can tell you that.
I have a question, Tron.
Yeah.
In regards to, you were talking about earlier about the cross chain. I think I watched one of your interviews about the Binance Smart Chain. Can you talk about a little bit about that? About assets and stuff?
Yeah, so there was a project. I think it was partly as a result of the OpenDAO thing, which allowed minting of P-Raven by locking up Raven and minting it on the Binance Smart Chain. The advantage to the Binance Smart Chain, it's an EVM-based chain, so it works like Ethereum, but it's a lot cheaper to use. And so instead of locking it up and having it cost like $15 in gas fees, it's a few cents. So you could basically just mint P-Raven by locking up your Raven, and then Binance Smart Chain doesn't have as many DeFi smart contracts as Ethereum, but it's growing, and so are some of the others. So the ability to kind of move a Raven over to where you want to participate, then I just think that'd be fun and useful.
How would the Raven come back?
So what ends up happening is it's kind of a federation of machines that basically lock your Raven up in an address, but it's an address that no one human has access to it, or even two humans. It's like a collection of computers that are monitoring the smart chain, so that when you transfer P-Raven back and that P-Raven gets burned, it basically releases the Raven back on the Ravencoin blockchain. So it basically is locking it up, minting it somewhere else, and then when that gets burned, it basically gives it back. And so I'll give you an example. Like if you wanted to, let's say you wanted to borrow against your Raven. So you had $1,000 worth of Raven, and you wanted to borrow $200. You could basically move that Raven over, borrow $200 on the Binance Smart Chain as either one of the stable coins that's on Binance Smart Chain, or as BNB or something like that. And then if you paid that back, you can get the P-Raven back, or someone else, or let's say you didn't pay it back and eventually the interest got you, and somebody else can basically come and get the P-Raven. They could go redeem that back by transferring it back, the P-Raven back. They could get the Raven back. So it's just a way to take that value, lock it up, and then mint it somewhere else.
Thank you.
Yep. Thanks. Mr. Tron Black's a cool name. Thank you. What's one of your favorite bands or songs? Oh gosh. I don't know. I have a weird eclectic mix of songs. Mostly 80s stuff, just because that's when I kind of was in high school, and so it's mostly 80s songs. If you had to say collection of 80s music, it'd probably be 80s music. Restrooms, virtual restrooms out the door to your left. How do you feel about the meme coin stuff? So I think I'll talk about it generically. Oh, the right answer is Ravencoin NFT songs. I assume that's for the previous question. So I feel about the meme coins. So in general, NFTs. I don't have a collector's personality, so I'm not somebody that collects things. So I don't. But I do feel like it's been amazing to watch as more and more creative people come in. And we saw that really early on. I mean, even this picture in the back wall here in this auditorium has the glass thing from Project 33. That was an amazing experiment, right? To see these glass coins with tokens that go with each one being originally unique. And so it's just an extension. The other thing I think is really interesting is I do feel like as we go more, and I think it was accelerated by COVID, more and more to the virtual. These virtual items and virtual inside environments like this, and inside VR environments and things like that. So I think it's super interesting. I think it's really interesting to have digital items so that while you could like copy and paste them from a visual perspective, it's like it really is like a unique, one of a kind. So I think it's pretty interesting. See, yeah, there's things available at the auction. So there's an auction after this. So make sure you go over there. I made a suggestion on Ravenclaw's Discord: create a subnet of IPFS, add services such as forums, chat, wallets, stats. Yeah, you can build websites, entire websites on top of IPFS. Are you concerned about gas fees if the price of Ravencoin will increase significantly? I mean, that is somewhat of a concern. Right now, it hasn't been. If the load gets too high, the network will auto adapt. It built in. We took that and inherited it from Bitcoin. So we forked after Bitcoin had already experienced the issues that it did in 2015-ish. They kind of hit the load, right? They filled up their 1 megabyte block every time. We have about 20x that capacity, but it's not infinite capacity. So the prices for moving things around will go up, and that will curb demand a little bit. Well, it'll curb demand based on the capacity of the chain. So it's possible. Just saying, well, let's make the fees cheaper doesn't work, because that doesn't expand the capacity, right? The capacity is the capacity. So unless there's a way to speed that up, and there's been some chains, smart chains, that are doing higher capacity stuff by basically not being decentralized, right? They're basically running a bunch of, like 10 servers or a few servers around, and they're very centralized. So they're more subject to being shut down if that ends up being something that, governments choose to do in the future. Those networks will get shut down, whereas things like Bitcoin and Ravencoin are widely distributed. And so it's a trade-off, and we're definitely in the camp of being like one of the universal, not being distributed everywhere. You have to knock on too many doors or blow too much stuff up to shut down Ravencoin. Yeah, Solana is another one. It's faster, but it's more centralized. And so there's pros and cons. I mean, faster is good, right? But a database is faster. Yeah, you could stick something in a database and say that's my NFT. It's just that somebody comes down, shuts off that computer, they go away or don't pay for something, and it's gone. Whereas a decentralized network, that ledger is always there and everywhere at the same time. So there's just more places the ledger exists. So I'm about out of time. So I think I'll turn the time over to Doug. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate your time.
All right, thanks, Tron. So next speaker up, like Tron said, it's Mango, Doug. And so while we wait for Doug to set up, I think he's going to swap out the screen. What we can do real quick in between is, you can't have a Ravencoin event without sending some Ravencoin. So we're going to do our first giveaway. So next 10 people that drop a Ravencoin wallet in the chat box are going to receive 20 Ravencoin each. The catch is you got to reply when you get it, so everyone can see how fast this network is in actually real time. So if I can get one volunteer to clock the time, I'll say sending now. You hit there's a timer on your phone or whatever, and then whoever's the first wallet, which it's gonna be. Let me go through the chat. Looks like Crypto Life Crisis. All right, so I'm going to get that ready. Do I have a volunteer to time it? Any volunteers? Got to time it. All right, so Mark Sapien.
Sure,
all right. Or Calver. All right, give me 1 second. Let me pull up my wallet, and give me 1 second.
Just say when.
Oh, that's interesting. I cannot copy out of the chat box. Give me 1 second.
It's just a right click. You just right click over the chat and it will copy it.
All right, 1 second. Thanks.
But I think it copies everything, like the entire chat.
You can just stick it in some kind of text box or something.
Yeah, give me a second. This is going to be interesting. I thought this was going to be a little more simpler. All right, I pulled all of it. All right, maybe that's a something that we'll have to change in Braveland down the road. All right, so getting wallet ready. All right, and get ready to time it and go.
So I imagine this is going to take what?
Got it.
Oh, okay. That was 8 seconds.
Ooh, 7.25.
Boom. All right. Super fast. It's awesome. All right, Mango, it's all yours.
Okay, great. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so I like to start these things with a little. I like to teach, so what I'm about to say is probably pretty straightforward for a lot of you, but there may be some new members of the community who, don't really know what a blockchain is, what a blockchain asset is. So I'll spend a couple of minutes talking about those things, and then go into a little bit about what we're doing, at Mango Farm and IP Assets and some of the present and future things that we've done. So for those who don't know me, my name is Doug Pepe. A lot of people know me as Mango Farm because that's my handle on Twitter and Discord. I'm a partner at a law firm in New York. I'm a commercial litigator. That's my day job. I also teach blockchain law at GW Law School in Washington, D.C. I'm the founder of a company called Mango Farm, which has recently merged into a company called IP Assets Technology. So along with Adam Small, I am the co-founder of IP Assets. So the company now is IP Assets. And I'm also with Tron. Tron invited me to be a member of the Ravencoin Foundation last year, and I'm privileged to volunteer for that. So let me just go into this presentation for a minute and ask the question, what is a blockchain? At its most basic level, a blockchain is a solution to a problem that nobody had ever solved before Satoshi Nakamoto came on scene. And that problem is straightforward. How can you record a financial transaction between two people without any centralized, trusted third party between them? Now, we had a historical example of this called gold, right? So countries actually had, big warehouses full of gold. We had Fort Knox in the United States. And if you think about what gold was, it was the first decentralized ledger. It was ancient technology, but it was a decentralized ledger because there's only so much gold in the world. And if you have gold on your finger, or if you have it in a vault, if you're a country and you have it in a vault, that's your fraction of the world's total available gold supply. You don't need a central third party to tell you how much gold you have. You just have it. What Satoshi did was sort of revolutionized the system of ledgers that we've come to use since about the 12th or 11th or 12th century. We've used centralized ledgers to record our transactions, our financial transactions, and the whole financial world is basically based on this system of centralized ledgers. Gave a couple of examples here. And the Federal Reserve, that's what they are. They're a centralized ledger for dollars. Western Union is a centralized ledger for what you're going to send, from New York to El Salvador. CLS is actually, one of the most important centralized ledgers that nobody's ever heard of. It's the foreign exchange centralized database for transactions between major banks. When they, the FX market is actually larger than the stock market, and CLS is at the center of it. PayPal, we've got many examples. DTCC in the stock context. And what Satoshi did was invented a solution so that we could have a decentralized ledger, a ledger that didn't require any trust between the transacting parties, and it didn't require the transacting parties to use any sort of a centralized database. So Satoshi's solution, Satoshi's vision was a peer-to-peer version of electronic cash that would allow online payments to be sent directly from one party to another without going through a financial institution. And the problem with doing that sort of a ledger on a decentralized basis is that people can double spend. You can send money to Alice and then you can try to send the same money to Bob. And Satoshi's solution, the blockchain solution that Satoshi came up with, is the solution to this problem. So Satoshi was the first person to create an electronic decentralized ledger, and its principal use case in the Bitcoin context is the transfer of value. That begs the question, right? So you can transfer value, or what we perceive as value, by sending a Bitcoin from one person to another. But the value reposited on the Bitcoin ledger is a small fraction of the total assets in the world, right? Even the real estate market is larger than Bitcoin, let alone the stock market, derivatives, foreign exchange. Basically every asset in the world could be transacted theoretically on this decentralized ledger. So that's where Ravencoin comes in. Ravencoin is a decentralized ledger that allows the peer-to-peer transaction on a trustless basis for assets. It's based on and modeled after the Bitcoin code. It's a code.
We're very brave. I can't hear you.
Yeah, it seems like your mic cut out.
Yeah, mic cut.
Tron, you want to do some emergency Q&A?
I left Spiro. He's responding down on the type.
Uh-oh. I think he's gone.
All right. I will take questions until Doug comes back. Yeah. He actually has probably far better music taste than I do. He's a drummer and a music guy. I'm a guy who just kind of drove around when I was 16, and I remember most of the songs when I drove around 16, like Little Red Corvette, Prince songs, and stuff like that. So.
I shot him a message on Discord. We'll see what he says. If we need to skip ahead and go to the community projects or the next section, we can. I'll give him a couple minutes.
Okay, looks like he popped out. He's probably restarting. I think.
So did he say that he is a lawyer and a teacher?
Yes.
Is that what I heard? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
He is. He's an attorney by day, programmer by night. Teaches at George Washington University. I was a guest in his class last week. So.
Hey, Tron, everyone, I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of a nor'easter here in New Jersey, and my internet just went out. So I am on a Wi-Fi hotspot through my phone. So I hope it works.
You sound great.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so let me pick up where I left off. I'm sorry for that. So Ravencoin is like Satoshi's ledger, but it's optimized for the creation and transfer of assets. And what is a blockchain asset? It's basically any legal right or obligation that you have that exists in the world. It can be a title for a house. It can be an ownership interest in gold. It can be a security. It can be a derivative. It could be any ownership interest that you can think of can be reposited on the blockchain and transacted just like a Bitcoin. And that's Ravencoin's specialty. Unlike other platforms that took sort of ownership interests and what we call NFTs now and put them on the Bitcoin blockchain, they had to ride along with a Bitcoin transaction. So it was really like a tag along right that tagged along with a Bitcoin transfer. Ravencoin creates an entire set, a UTXO set, a transaction set that allows you to transact in these assets separate and apart from the transactions in Raven itself, which is pretty neat. So using this new ledger, this Ravencoin ledger, which is based on the Satoshi model, Alice can send any legal right, not just value, not just hex code that we all attribute value to. Alice can actually put legal rights and obligations on the blockchain and send them to Bob without a third party. And this is done through a decentralized network of computers, we call miners. So that begs the question, how do you make a blockchain asset? And that's what we're all about at Mango Farm. Blockchain assets on Ravencoin in particular are basically a blank slate. So you get a name, you can reserve yourself a name on the Ravencoin blockchain by issuing an asset. You can specify the quantity. You can specify the number of decimals, the units, and you can make the asset reissuable. That's basically just a blank slate. It's a vessel. In order to imbue that vessel with legal rights or with artistic interest, what gives it value is this thing called an IPFS hash, and I put one here, on the screen. But every Raven asset comes with the ability to attach that special IPFS hash, and the hash references information. The information doesn't actually go on the blockchain. It's stored on the IPFS system, on a node in the IPFS system. But you take that hash, that's a unique reference to the content, and you can put it on a Ravencoin asset, and then it stays on the blockchain forever. So using IPFS, you can attach information to your asset, give it life in the real world, whether it be images for NFTs, legal documents for securities. I mean, a security really is just a legal document that trades from person to person or business to business. Movies, content delivery, just about anything you can think of. So how does Mango Farm fit in? That's the educational piece. Now this is the sort of what we're doing to help. Mango Farm started out as something I wanted to do. I have a keen interest in this space. And I wanted to make tools to make it easier for people to create assets on their own. And that ranges from what we now call NFTs, the word wasn't used back then, to the first version of Mango Farm had a legal contract that you could sort of fill out and send ownership interests in assets. I've since taken that down, but what we are is a suite of free tools to allow you to make Raven assets, and the whole point of Mango is to make it easy. That's our that's our line that's on my Twitter handle. We make blockchain assets easy, and that's the point. You don't need an engineering degree to make an asset on Mango Farm. So what is it? Mango Farm is a wallet, but it's not an ordinary wallet, right? So you can send and receive assets, and you can send and receive Ravencoin using the Mango Farm wallet. But it's more, right? So you can build, store, transact, and view assets. We've got a viewer. We've got an asset builder. It's fully integrated with IPFS, so you don't have to do anything with IPFS. It's done behind the scenes. You don't even need to pay attention to IPFS. You can buy Raven. We've got a relationship with one of the first exchanges to have a Ravencoin fiat pair called Sequoia. Used to be known as VertBase. So we've got an affiliate link now, and we're working to integrate them with the wallet so that you can just buy and sell Raven right in the wallet. And one of my favorite features of the wallet is the testnet switch. It's been there since the beginning, and I will always keep it there because I'm sorry, I just saw there's no permission for the media. I clicked that off. I hope it's gone. The testnet switch allows you to, for free, basically use all the functionality of Mango Farm and all the functionality of Ravencoin without spending anything. So you can experiment around, you can make assets, you can see how they get made, you can send them back and forth. So it's a pretty neat feature. But ultimately, Mango Farm is built for builders. The concept from the beginning and the concept today is to make it easy for people to build assets. So we've got a new sort of revised version of what we call the asset builder in the wallet, and it's 3 steps. And in 3 steps, you can basically make a richly featured asset. And by that I mean you can attach your IPFS data, you can create icons and a main image and descriptions and fields and values and add multiple attachments, all in one place in 3 steps. And if you see, on the screen here, we've got this custom builder. That's new. And we used to have a web form that you filled out that was sort of fixed. You could only do what was specified in that web form. The custom builder now is a pretty neat feature where you can make your own form. And it's the first step in sort of a vision I have for building this out. And we've gone down the road already of building out the next version of the custom builder. And it's pretty neat because it's going to be a what you see is what you get builder. The screen, what you see on the screen when you're creating it, will be built into the asset, and then it will be viewable exactly as you've built it on any viewer, any gateway, including the core QT, any other wallet, without having to use Mango Farm's viewer. So that's coming down the road. I don't know when we'll be done with it because we've got a few things sort of in the pipeline. But this is an example of an asset built on Mango Farm. I built this as sort of a joke on testnet for Tron, or not for Tron, but referencing Tron. And it's got an icon, it's got a description, it's got an attachment, it's got a link, it's got fields and values, and it's got an image. The attachment was the Ravencoin white paper. And the interesting thing is that there's no other platform on the Ravencoin blockchain that allows you to do anything like this. Most assets are just a single file hashed on IPFS and attached to an asset. So the custom builder is really something I'm proud of. And if you get a chance to use Mango Farm, try it out on testnet. It's pretty neat. But we started out with Mango Farm, but it's part of an ecosystem, sort of a second layer ecosystem that I've always wanted to engage with and build for other people to be able to build sophisticated assets. So here's where we are in that process. We've got Mango Farm now. We're going to continue to iterate on Mango Farm and make it better and better and better. I say to the team, it's sort of like a ratchet. You just keep turning it and turning it and turning it, and it always gets tighter. So that's the goal. We've got a new platform out in the spring called Ravencoin IPFS. It's pretty neat. It's got drag and drop functionality. You can encrypt files and that sort of thing. But the purpose of Ravencoin IPFS is Mango Farm is free, and it will always be free. But Ravencoin IPFS is there so that you can permanently store your IPFS data. We're about to roll out a feature in Mango Farm that allows you to back up your IPFS data, so you can put it on a thumb drive and stick it in a drawer. But it's not permanent, right? We're not going to maintain the storage for all the assets on Mango Farm permanently. So what we intend to do is integrate Mango Farm with Ravencoin IPFS so that you can permanently store your data on Ravencoin IPFS. And there's a contract there. We guarantee that it will be accessible 24/7. It'll be stored appropriately, backed up, and all of that. So that's how do you build? You build with IPFS and Mango Farm. But then you need to sell it. So we built a marketplace. It's called the Asset Marketplace, which recently came out. It's pretty neat. Check it out. We've got some cool stuff coming up on that, and I'll talk about that in a minute. And the fourth thing is really important to me, and that is storing your keys to sign transactions for your asset and for your Ravencoin. There is no currently, to my knowledge at least, there's no hardware wallet for Ravencoin assets. I've wanted to build this for a long time. I have the prototypes on my desk. I built them last year, and I conceived this 2 years ago. It's a cold storage solution for Ravencoin assets. I'm really excited to show it to you all. It's going to be out in a matter of weeks, maybe a month. I have the prototype, the sort of pre-production prototype, sitting in the other room, and it's pretty awesome. So I'll show you a little bit about that. So Ravencoin IPFS. IPFS is a content delivery system. It is not a storage system. A lot of people don't know that. If the node where you pinned your IPFS file goes down, your IPFS file is not accessible anymore. That node has to come back up. Well, once it's garbage cleaned out of the other nodes in the IPFS network, the node has to come back up, or you have to repin the file. So that's why Ravencoin IPFS exists. It's basically a permanent storage system for your IPFS files. So even if you have an NFT, right? Somebody makes a really cool NFT and they have it pinned on their desktop. The creator pinned it on their desktop. You don't have to rely on the creator to keep that pinned forever. You can pull the hash from, for example, the Mango Farm viewer. We have a feature that allows you to copy the hash. Pull that hash and you can upload the file to Ravencoin IPFS, so you can be comfortable that the asset that you just paid for, the NFT that you just paid for, will be permanently accessible to you. So that's why we built it. And it took about a year to build. It was a big, a big effort. And we've got some cool features in Ravencoin IPFS. Drag and drop is cool. The encryption is pretty cool. 24/7 access. And the best compliment I got about Ravencoin IPFS shortly after it was launched was from a friend of mine, a community member, who's not always effusive in praise. He's the kind of person that will tell you, this doesn't work or this needs tweaking or whatever. And he, used it for a day and said it's so simple, a little kid can use it, which is it was a high compliment for me. That's what we're shooting for. The asset marketplace. Blockchain assets can have substantial value, but the value can't be realized without a robust marketplace. So that's where the asset marketplace comes in. It's a premium marketplace for tangible and intangible Ravencoin assets. We've got some really cool stuff up there already. Comic book, I think, sold for $1,400 a week or so ago. We had, I'll show you one that sold for $600. This one was featured on a New York Times Square billboard, which is pretty neat. I was in New York at the time, and it, gave me goosebumps to see this. So it was pretty exciting. And we've got, before I get to Ice Wallet, I just want to tell you, I'm not telling you what it is, but please watch out for a new NFT that's going to be coming out to auction Sunday or Monday. It's really cool. And by premium, I mean, this is as good as it gets, and I'm pretty excited about it. That's all I can say for now. And then Ice Wallet. So this is our fourth sort of key piece to the ecosystem. It's not done yet. It's coming soon. But the reason I think Ice Wallet is going to be important for the ecosystem is because, imagine putting $1 million asset on a hot wallet. Imagine putting the ownership interest in your company on a hot wallet. Raven assets, as they grow and as they get more expensive, we're going to need a place to store them securely. So that's where Ice Wallet comes in. We've got a patent pending on it, and it's built. We're going to add other things like Bitcoin and other decentralized projects in the future, but right now it is exclusively for Ravencoin and Ravencoin assets, and it's pretty cool. It works well. Zero internet connectivity. It's got an optical transmission system, so it's not plugged into anything. As a matter of fact, when you have it plugged, you can magnetically charge, or you can plug it into the wall with a plug, and I mean an old school plug, so that it's never ever connected. It has no way to connect to a computer. When you put the plug in, or when it's on the charger, you can't use the wallet functionality because we don't want people to sort of steal your electromagnetic frequencies and side channel attack the thing. We've thought about a lot of things to keep this secure, so it's pretty neat. It's true cold storage for Ravencoin assets. I had a video. It's telling me I don't have access for it. It's a pretty cool teaser, but I can put it up on Twitter. It's a neat teaser for the Ice Wallet coming out. So a phrase that I use a lot with our team is brick by brick. I use the ratchet analogy and the brick by brick analogy. We're trying to build things for the community. We're all very passionate about building. We're all very passionate about Ravencoin. So this is for you, and we're building this stuff not because we want to make all of these assets ourselves. We're doing it because we want you to make the assets. Go do what you do. Make a tokenize real estate, tokenize an NFT, put a piece of art on the blockchain. These tools are there for you, and we're building them because we want to build. We've got a large team, I would say. Now it's grown pretty substantially, and I put the folks up here on the team so you can see who they are. Some of them are pseudonyms, some of them are real names. Some of you know Adam. He's my partner in this company now, and we've got a great team. And Chaturga, who's used to be a pretty active member of the community, he's back helping us out with community engagement, which is something that I would love to be good at, but I'm not great at it. So so he's on the team, which is pretty awesome. So that's it. That's where we are. We've got a lot of cool things coming up. We've got Ice Wallet coming up. We have a VR gallery coming up in probably in January. and expect a lot of good things in store for Mango Farm and for IP assets. So I've got some time here for a Q&A if anybody wants to ask any questions.
I think there's one in the chat.
Okay, let me just check that. Mango Farm Wallet is awesome. I did notice that it takes a while to mint multiple assets. One thing NFT creators are craving for is a way to load multiple NFTs at once. Is this something that can be implemented? Yes, absolutely. It's not, it wasn't the original design. The original design was, one asset and then send one asset. But I see, we'll adapt to uses, and I see that folks want that. So, we'll work on it. We might even do it in such a way that you can upload a CSV file with your asset data, in one click, sort of blow out all the assets. You can't issue them all at the same time, but they'll issue serially at 1 minute a piece. So yeah, definitely. Buy my book. Second that motion, API. I tweeted the same on Twitter. I don't know if we'll ever open up the API. It's possible. We might. If we got someone that really, had a lot of volume and wanted to use it on an API basis, yes. One thing we have done, it's really the way that Adam and I became partners. We were white labeling some things for Adam early on, and like the Rick DeMont art site, for example. Some of you may have seen it. It's an artist who's got his own branded site for the issuance of blockchain assets relating to his artwork. We might white label more. We actually built that system for Rick DeMont art to be sort of super easy. As soon as it's pretty neat actually. As soon as you make on that platform, which is not publicly available, but as soon as you make the first asset, the administrator asset for the root, for the main, it populates the icon, it populates the you can change the color scheme pretty easily, and it sort of creates the branding for the site, all just by creating the asset. So it's pretty neat. We might, actually, that was more experimental than anything. We might actually build that out a bit in the future. We just got so many development projects going on right now that sort of have to pick your battles. Okay, any other questions? All right, awesome. Well, that's all I have. So thanks a lot for listening.
I have a quick question, if that's all right.
Sure, of course.
What do the ICE wallets expect to be? What's the price you expect to list them for?
Yeah, good question. So the pricing, we had a price, and the price is probably going to have to change because the supply chain changed. So we do not have a final price. It's really going to depend on the BOM costs, the costs of all of the various pieces that we need to put together to produce the device. So I don't have an answer for you, but we'll have an answer soon. It's going to be a little bit more expensive than we wanted it to be when we first designed the product. When is it coming out? We're shooting for Black Friday. I don't know if we're going to make it. It's just this has to be done right. We have a team of engineers working on it who are not on that screen that I showed. Third-party engineering company that we engaged to help us out with the the hardware, and it just, I'm not releasing this until we are confident that it is done perfectly, and it's really coming. It's coming along. It's pretty awesome. I can't wait to show it to you guys. I expect it'll be out before the holidays for sure. Okay, go through some of these. Air-cooled chillers taking 17 weeks to ship. As an NFT artist, appreciate what you've done. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Web3 domains on Raven. We're not doing that. Somebody else is. I've seen it on Twitter, and it looks really neat. I'm sorry I don't know the handle as I'm sitting here, but it does look pretty cool. Now, one thing we are thinking of doing is you can build a website on Ravencoin IPFS. All you need to do is, we've got a folder upload feature. So all you need to do is take an index HTML file and put all the files that you want to reference in the index HTML file, and you can put them in one folder on your desktop, and then you can upload that folder into Ravencoin IPFS. That's a website. And if you took the hash from that folder and put it on, built it on a Mango Farm, on the Mango Farm platform with the hash, or you use the Qt and built an asset, you have a website on the blockchain. So one of the things we're thinking of doing is providing domain hosting, because right now those open up on the Ravencoin IPFS gateway. It'll say ravencoinipfsgateway.com/IPFS/hash. So what we're thinking of doing is, for people who use, the platform a lot, or really want to, have an operating site that's significant, we'll maybe host the domain so that they can have their own name associated with it, which is something that we're talking about at least. Got a raised hand here. Is that JW?
That's me.
Okay, go ahead.
So regarding the asset marketplace, are you at liberty to talk a little bit more about future features? Are you looking to try to do what OpenSea has done with data and how it presents and things like that?
Yes, all of the above. Yep, we're look, OpenSea is a they're a juggernaut in the Ethereum side of things, and I think all of the asset marketplaces are going to have to step up in order to compete. We have one great thing going for us in the Ravencoin space, and that's our gas fees are cheap, and I honestly don't know why anybody would. Well, I shouldn't say it that way. Unless you have a huge asset, meaning dollar value wise, why you would mint it on a platform that costs you as much as the asset in order to transact in it, just to transfer it. And the reason is because the marketplaces are pretty robust in the Ethereum space. So prices right now are getting bid up. But I think over time, I mean, slow and steady wins the race. And my personal view is over time, as some of these astronomical NFT prices start to come down to reality, the better platform is Ravencoin for that. But to answer your question specifically, one of the cool things we have coming up in January is a fully baked virtual reality gallery where you can view the NFTs, right in the gallery and purchase them straight out of the gallery. It's pretty neat. Sort of similar to what Tron was talking about for doing in here.
Nice. Thank you.
Yep. Anybody else? Doug and Ad. Oh, so thanks, guys. I'm trying to figure out questions here, but I just, I appreciate everything all of you are saying in the chat. I appreciate it. Any other questions? Okay, awesome. Oh wait, we've got one. Francois, go ahead. Francois, I don't know if all of you know Francois. He did the really cool Ravencoin shoes.
Hey, how's it going? Quick question. I was wondering, because I was talking to a few guys about, I noticed you were kind of questionable about the Aries token. The Aries token, I just created 21 billion of them, and they're technically used just straight through me. They're for my Shilla NFT projects that I'm doing, and I figured with that and the RVN mystery eggs that I made, I was just using them to be able to kind of help promote my Shillas in a way to where you could buy parts and pieces to build your own either mythic, legendary, or god aspects, as far as your Shilla goes. And I was gonna burn, after they send it back, you know what I mean? I was just gonna burn the tokens out and the eggs out as they were used. The eggs are for hatching. Anybody who received one would send them back to me on my birthday, which is March 21st. And I consider that like hatching day. And then I send everybody out their NFTs, from the hatchings, from the eggs that they send. And I, as I said, burn those too. My question is there a possibility to be able to start, because with the Aries token, I didn't want to get too deep into trying to actually super tokenize, I didn't want it to be that, I didn't want it to be that much of a subsidiary of RVN to the point to where it's on KuCoin or it's on, CoinGecko or anything like that. I was just trying to figure out a way to start a sub ecosystem just within for my NFTs, and I don't want to when it comes to security and whether it's a utility or a security, and that's where I'm lost on.
Yeah, well, look, in terms of the legal structure, that's just something that I don't sort of touch in presentations and that sort of thing. But in terms of the ecosystem, I mean, one of the great features of Ravencoin, keying into your question about how can you keep it within your own ecosystem, Ravencoin's got fully baked tags and restricted assets, which I think I don't want to misstate this, but I think it was sort of the brainchild of Tron. Knowing the regulatory structure that's out there and the requirements for it, so it helps with that. And there's a company, I think it's called Finclusive, that does sort of KYCing using tags and restricted assets. And the main feature of it is you can keep it within your ecosystem. So if you've got a gaming platform and you want to keep it within the game, you can use tags and restricted assets and restrict it to particular addresses. So, technically, I think, what you're looking to do is certainly feasible. Just, and this isn't legal advice, but just, be careful when you start. If you're starting to feel like what you're doing might be have some legal issues, then the best thing to do is get legal advice before you do it. That's what I should say.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. And I think there was one more hand up down now. Awesome. Okay, listen, guys, I appreciate you listening to me, and come check out the site. Check out all of them. But there's a testnet switch up there. If you haven't made a Ravencoin asset and you want to learn how to make a Ravencoin asset, flip that switch, get yourself some testnet Raven, and do it for fun. That's 90% of it is just folks experimenting and doing things that they like. So I appreciate your time, and thanks for listening.
Thank you. All right, so we're sticking to the time pretty good. I'm going to switch over. The next section that we're going to cover is how to support Ravencoin. For about 15 minutes, we'll kind of cover a few areas, just general stuff. I mean, I know most of you know this already. But if there's anybody that's new in here, I kind of want to just throw it out there, just kind of what do you have available to kind of get started. So how do we support the Ravencoin network? So like I said earlier, one of the strongest fundamentals for Ravencoin is the community. And that's what really drew me to Ravencoin in general. So I encourage everybody that's here tonight or watching, if you heard something that starts a fire in you, just go ahead, just go for it. Create it, build it, and socialize your ideas. So where do you start if you're brand new to the Ravencoin community? So one of the main resources, and Tron had it up earlier, is just the ravencoin.org page. So you got everything from purchasing Ravencoin, wallets to use, white paper. If you want to get plugged into the community, right here. So a lot of the top ones that I use is Twitter. That's where I'm most active, and I know a lot of people are, but you also have a lot of like the weekly meetings for whether it's marketing, it's just everybody's usually hopping in and out of the Discord channel. So that's a good resource. If Telegram is pretty active as well, Reddit, and then if you're a coder, obviously GitHub. So that's there. But it's a one-stop shop. So this is a great resource. The wiki, a lot of the Medium articles. It's a great place to find all the previous articles from years ago and anything recent coming up. And then you also have a couple quick links. You can go in, see what's actually being built on the blockchain in real time. So you can go in, check the Ravencoin Asset Explorer. So it's definitely a lot of good resources. So we covered the Ravencoin Foundation page. Also, that's a good start. You can kind of see the upcoming, what's getting worked on as far as development. So hopefully that gives everybody kind of a start, but definitely ravencoin.org page is kind of the go-to to kind of get you started. And definitely looking at #Raven, you'll definitely be able to get plugged in on Twitter with everything going on. And just you'll be able to hop in and see what's trending and then really starting to plug in and follow people that are active. So everybody's got some tools to get started in the community. But one thing I really want to do tonight is I want to challenge every single person here or listening. We're all here because we see Ravencoin's potential. There's no CEO managing the network, so it's up to each of us to help support the network. And if we want to see it grow, we have to be, it's us. So every single person here, whether you know it or not, has a huge part to play. And it can be as little as sending a retweet or launching a marketplace, but every single effort throughout the community helps. So my challenge tonight for every person over the next month through 30 November to support the network in their own way for 5 hours. Doesn't have to be all at once. It can be more if you want. So retweets, posts, building code, whatever you think you can contribute, and let's see what we can do together. It's just 5 hours over the next month. And then at the end of the challenge, I'm sure we're going to be amazed at what we can accomplish. So what we can do, if you want to be a part of the challenge, and then I definitely try and, I'm going to put it on my Twitter, so please put this in the Discord, kind of put it out there across Twitter, Reddit, Discord, just help me out. If you want to be a part of the challenge, I'm going to give it a hashtag for Twitter so that everybody can kind of see the effects and see everybody's progress. So it's going to be hashtag Raven Challenge. So I'm going to throw it in here. So we got about a little more than 30 days. So from here until 30 November, just 5 hours. Everybody's got a part to play. So definitely, I definitely encourage everybody to kind of find your niche in the community. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of work. We see a lot of work being done. There's a lot of work that we can do to make that next step. So we're still a little early, but I think we can just keep on rolling. And I think this is as we're talking about communities and the community as a whole, we can start to talk about like the actual projects. And there's a lot of new people in the space, and a lot of people actually coming over from ETH because they see the possibilities from Raven. So over the next, we originally had it scheduled from 10 to 10:30, but we'll get everybody up. So we're gonna open this up to open stage for Raven projects. So if you're an active community member, as far as an older project that's still running, if you have a new project that you're just starting, we kind of want to just talk about it. So we got some time. So each person can take about 3 minutes each, kind of cover what you do. And then also, if you can help me out, drop a link in here, and then I'll post a roll up on Twitter. That way everybody can kind of follow this afterwards. So with that, if anybody projects wise wants to come up here, and we can kind of get it started. So what I'll do is start with kind of groups. That might be the easiest way to do it. So the first one up, I was going to start with development and tools. So is there anybody out there that wants to talk about what they're doing in the community in the development and tools category?
I guess I could for a bit.
Sure, thanks.
In my free time, I've been working on the Electrum server and client for Ravencoin. It's just a lighter weight wallet, essentially. Quicker load times because it's somewhat server and client, so the client can sync up quickly to the server with API calls without having to download the entire chain. Also works with hardware, so that's good. But that being said, I'm really excited for the Mango Farms Ice wallet because Ledger doesn't really respond very well. I think my commit to get assets on there has been sitting around for a couple of months, but yeah, I just kind of do this in my free time when I can. If anyone is running a node, I kind of want to shill running an Electrum Ravencoin server as well. Kind of get that more decentralized in a way, because it's kind of just like 3 people running servers right now. I think that's all I have to say about that.
Awesome, thank you. Any questions? All right, anybody else, development and tools? One question for you: how do we get in touch? If you want to, so whoever's speaking, if you want to drop your like Discord handle or Twitter handle, feel free to drop it in there.
Here's the GitHub link, and I'm primarily on Discord. The community Discord, that's my handle.
Awesome, thanks. And it's great to meet you. I've talked to you a bunch of times. It's great to actually, well, VR meet you, I guess.
Yeah, real.
All right. Anybody else? Development and tools. All right. So I'm going to move on to marketplaces. I know Doug covered the asset marketplace. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about the asset marketplace, Doug, or we can also move on to the other marketplaces?
I think it's a good opportunity for the others to talk about their stuff.
All right. Just NFTs, are you in here? They might be over in the auction getting ready.
There's a lot of really great asset marketplaces. I was here to talk about some of our products, but you should all check them out. Just NFTs. Try and put a slide up with all of them, and there's some really great work going on in that space.
All right. So I'll move on to media. Anybody that, as far as like marketing, kind of what you're doing right now? Francois, I see you. You can go.
All right, yeah, as far as the marketing aspect, like I was just saying in the chat, I could work on taking a lot of different aspects as far as things we've learned today, the websites, the connections, everything, and make like a 35-second to like a 40-second kind of marketing video, kind of putting in everything that we do, nice backgrounds, kind of make it a, decent marketing video. And at the end of it, obviously, I'll have all of the websites and all of do it. And I'll just post it in Twitter, and I'll post it in the Ravencoin community and Discord, and see what happens. Just kind of helping out, see what I can do.
Awesome. And how do you want everybody to kind of reach out to you?
I'm on both either Discord, God Aries #6620, or you could hit me on Twitter at meeting ENT.
All right, awesome, thank you. And then yes, obviously we got to talk about C3 Media. So that's who's doing the live stream, and then it's also being recorded tonight. So thank you very much. And then I definitely encourage everybody to retweet it, just so this broadcast is out there and everybody gets to listen in after it's over. So appreciate the support. Ryan, I see you're out there typing. Do you want to talk? All right. Anybody else? Marketplaces. All right. So let's move on. Oh, somebody talking?
I would like to shill Ben's Raven Trader. Tron talked a little about it earlier, but the HAP sign transactions are really like important in my eyes. Unfortunately, right now it's specific to the core wallets and an external software to run it. But I think that's something that people should keep their eyes on. Fully automated transactions in the like.
And if you don't mind, can you drop the link for the raventrader.net?
Yeah, let me pull it up real quick.
Thanks. All right, so I'm going to move on to NFTs. So any NFT projects in here?
Yep, I got a few.
All right, yeah. If you just do a quick synopsis, just a couple minutes, kind of what your scope is and what you do.
Cool. All right, so first of all, I'm a shoe designer and creator. Originally, I started with fashion. I decided to start working with different crypto currencies. Like I started with Komodo. I did a pair of shoes for them. They went forward. Then I did a pair of Pirate Chain. Sold a limited edition pair of those, made some boots, and then I got to working with RVN, met Adam, met Nathan, met Chad, met a bunch of other guys, and then Quothing Raven, Wajid, just a bunch of cool people, and I started doing shoots for minting them, and then I hooked up with I think I don't want to mispronounce his name, but he did the little whale with the NFC token inside of it. So I have NFCs on the way here now in the morning for the shoes that I've already minted and people have purchased, and it's just about connecting with the community, and if they have type of mint, a nice picture or some artwork or something, and they want a shoe to represent that as well, then limit 15 limited edition them all. One thing I've learned about that is that everybody wants something that somebody else doesn't have as far as NFTs go, because you have these one of ones and you have the, what I mean? There's a lot of things. So that's what I do. And then I do art on the side. So the shillets are just emoji NFTs. I just create different styles of emojis. I just did a 5-piece for just NFTs, and I just sent that to Ryan. They're for Halloween, that's technically what I do.
All right, thanks. All right, anybody else want to talk about their NFT project?
In the chat, Blockchain John is talking about buying his book.
Somebody better buy his book tonight. Yeah, if everybody's tracking on Twitter, I mean, there's NFTs have been blowing up and all the different marketplaces. So I definitely recommend definitely at the auction tonight. There's a lot of the featured NFTs, a lot of the big ones that you always see that really exploded over the last couple weeks, months, I guess. So Cat Bits, Degen Smokers, Faxig's Diamonds, Nifty Cent stuff. There's so many. It's really exploding. It's really cool to see in real time. Anybody else want to talk about NFTs, or we want to move on? Yep. SOS. I see your hand is raised.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yep, I got you.
Just want to shout out rvnft.art.
Yes.
Ricky
yes.
over there. Yeah, really
Yep.
very helpful community. I, for one, really shameless plug. I make ridiculous music, as you could probably hear. Kind of ridiculous here, looking even in this thing. But no, listen, thanks for giving me a second to just shout them out. It's a really great community. They help with new people, old people. It's great. So everyone go over there, rvnft.art. And thank you guys for a great presentation, and it's very helpful. So thanks.
Awesome, thanks. Yeah, unfortunately Ricky couldn't be here, but yeah, he's a great resource. If there's somebody new that come to the space, or if you know somebody that wants to, that's an artist that might not have the funds to actually build a like the main asset. It costs five Raven, and he does it under the main token. So it's definitely a great resource to have for people entering this space. As far as security tokens, is there any projects here on security tokens? There's a couple shout outs to Ska Punks, Ryan, Just NFTs, who's hosting the auction after this. I don't know if the Hydra Chain is here or not, but I know that they are working on tokenizing real estate. All right, and then the last section I was going to cover was just gaming. Is there anybody in gaming? All right, so I'll do a quick one. So for myself, so background real quick. I'm a miner. I've been mining for a long time, and then I saw the capabilities of what Ravencoin could do, and what I ended up doing was I built a mobile game. It's on iOS. I know everybody's gonna throw tomatoes at me. I haven't gotten Android out yet, but it will come, I promise. But then we actually made a token called the PickBit, which is I believe the first proof of work token on the Ravencoin network as our basically our reward token for mining. So kind of my background, if you want to check it out, it's thehumble.miner.com. Anybody else for gaming? I know that I've seen on Twitter there's a few projects that are coming down the road. I haven't had a chance to actually talk with them. All right. Any other projects that want some time on the floor? All right. So at this time, we're running a little ahead of schedule. Ryan, do you want to start heading over to the concert hall? Is this too early? Do you guys need some time? All right. So let's do a break. So do a couple minutes. Everybody go get some drinks. We'll head over to the concert hall. And what we'll do in between now and then, so we'll do our next giveaway. Drop a couple Raven addresses in there. You might just find NFT in your wallet in a little bit. What I'll do is I'll throw what you're gonna get in here. Everybody can kind of see. Let's see if it works. I don't know if it will or not. Nope. There is the Humble Miner. All right, so make sure it's a Raven Asset Aware wallet, so that way this will actually get over to you. But we'll get you some over in the next couple minutes on our break. So take about 10 minutes, and then we'll all head over to the concert hall, and then we'll start the auction. So thank you everybody for this portion, and then I'll see you over there.
Wait, where are we going? Concert hall?
Yeah, concert hall.
Cool.
What's up, Block? Dying. Where are we going?
Let's see. I'm surprised that Sarah didn't talk about the project, the real estate.
Yo, John.
Hey, John.
I know.
What's going
I am
on?
surprised. I am surprised about that as well. I would have been curious to hear what she had to say about it.
Is your mic on?
Pretty cool. I haven't
Turn your mic on.
been here before, just not with nobody was here when I went.
Hey there.
Yeah, I only. Mine is the same way. I only been here once, and it was just setting up the expo booth. But I haven't actually. Pull up like a note so you can
Oh.
clap or whatever.
Or
okay,
just
got you.
right click on your avatar, and then you'll see the little menu comes up. You can do a whole
Oh,
bunch.
bro, that's way easier. I didn't know you could right click. What's going on,
Right
Will,
click?
there?
Oh, okay.
What's up, guys?
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
If there's an award for best dress tonight, I think it goes to GP Wine.
Yeah.
GP,
Yeah,
GP is out
definitely.
here. GP is dripped up, dude. Probably the
Looking
most dripped
good.
here. He's just dripping, bro.
Yeah, I shaved tonight.
That's right. Bro, the drip is so real with you, bro. I actually agree with J-Dub. He's just drip.
Really cool.
He's soft.
So where are we supposed to go now?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, isn't it?
the video about how they make the glass? Yes, definitely. Yeah, the whole Braveland event, of course. Very cool.
That's cool.
So this is where everybody's at. What's up, boys?
Yo, what's up?
What's going on, homies?
Oh, here we go. Jesus.
Yep, found it.
Oh, how do
Wait
you
a
do
second.
that?
Isn't this Pixel Rex?
Yeah, well, here we go.
Yeah, man. Pixel Rex in the flesh.
Everybody
dude.
found them. Yeah.
There we go.
Wait, how'd you do that dance?
What's going on?
MK, you made your...
On the bottom right, there's dance options.
Yeah.
Great. That's awesome.
Where was everybody else?
We were out
I don't
walking
know.
around. I
So
went to
this
the
beat
expo hall.
smoker.
Black Dog. There you go. What's up, Black Dog?
Oh, I watched a YouTube video with the auctioneer here. He sounds legit.
I'm excited to see it, dude. I've never been to a live auction of anything, so.
It's gonna be like super fast.
I hope. I don't know. I hope so. It's sweet.
Dig deep.
Gonna be
Dig deep.
interesting.
I watched the video of the first one. He's pretty good.
Exactly, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Sick.
Hey, so I think we're gonna get started about 10:30. I'm gonna make just a announcement quick over the world. So we got a couple minutes left, and then in between that, we might do one more giveaway. So give me a minute.
How did you get a different dance?
Cat Bits is on one.
It is Cat Bits.
What up, Cat Bits?
Hey, thanks for that. Thanks for that gift, Cat Bits.
Hey, welcome, bro.
They're sailing towards Baltimore.
Oh, sick.
Second engineer.
What? Bro, how'd you get the other dances?
Probably pays for premium.
The bottom right, there's like extra dances that you can choose.
Oh, bro.
Emotes.
My new one, dude. Boys need to get hip.
Kurt!
Drip one, dude. Where's GP at? You need this one, GP.
Where the Cowboys at?
God, just stop dancing. Please.
Where's Walker?
How do I stop it?
Uh-oh.
You can't.
once you start dancing, you're locked in.
You're locked in for life. You can't even.
You can
exit
kind of combo it
Braveland
out though too.
when you're dancing, dude. Yeah, that's what I was doing right now.
Yes, combo
Yeah, I
out.
was comboing it out.
Yeah, I'm over here killing it, bro.
Yeah, they got me over here in the corner breakdancing.
Oh, watch out.
Dope.
He gets stuck in the second flare.
Ooh, they got the salsa too.
Yeah, I just mixed the house, the salsa, and the breakdance together.
At the junction of the Cape Fear.
You stop.
There's no stopping, bro. You just keep
There's no
going.
stopping.
Just
Yeah, he's
gets this
just
fever.
locked in, bro. Just locked in. He's got dancing feet, bro.
Zoning out.
Just stuck in the back of the auditorium in the concert, all dancing all the time.
See, my guy won't stop either. He just
Yeah, he's just killing it. That's what he's doing, dude.
help me.
I like how there's
It's like it's always funny in Philadelphia, bro. The dance off, dude. First one to stop dancing, dude.
He
I was
finally
gonna say,
stopped. Okay.
shake my hand. That's what I was gonna say, Francois. Like, do the shake hand.
All right,
Is
so
that-
we're gonna
is that
do
good?
a
Yeah,
pop-up
that's
giveaway. All
There
right,
it is,
so
GP.
the way to get
The right
to
click
the
on your
actual- so the
avatar.
giveaway is going to be Ska Punk's number 0403 NFT. So the way to win it, you gotta find me. We're gonna play a little
Oh,
Where's
that's cool.
Waldo.
That's what's up.
So I'm somewhere in the concert hall. You gotta find me. So first one, get over here. I'll give you a Ska Punk.
There we go. Go and get it.
Oh, Arctic Fire is on it. Done.
Are they
Got
dancing
it.
for a ska punk?
dang it.
All right.
Nah,
I
they're
think
actually
I'm
on
in
it.
the
Oh,
bathroom.
I was
Fire,
gonna go
not
over there
Ska
and go
Yo,
mess the dance all up.
He was gonna go break it down for him, huh?
All right, I'll shoot
buddy.
you a direct message.
There it is. Congrats, whoever won that.
Nice.
The current is ripping. Fortunately, the crew has left a shot line I can follow.
Yeah, we do look like a room full of people who haven't taken their meds. Agreed.
Agreed.
You watching Bar Rescue?
Heard the background noise.
Oh my gosh.
You can hear what I'm listening to.
Okay, I'm done.
Yep.
Yep.
What am I have a noise
He
canceling
broke dance in
headphones.
a
I can't
suit.
even hear it.
John Cap.
My guy won't stop.
Now that's corporate dance. That's corporate kicking it for you.
Royal Bear.
Is he here?
Oh, my brother's
Dancing.
What's happening, Royal Bear?
Yo, I like
Not
your
too much,
golden
bro.
legendary bear.
Yeah,
Dancing.
I was going for that legendary bear tonight and I missed it.
How much did it sell
Oh
for?
yeah, like
Oh shit.
everyone started bidding like last minute.
Yeah.
I think it was close to 3,000.
Yeah, that's how they gotta do it, man. I've noticed
Yeah.
that too. Like all
Hey, man,
options, it's like last second.
Hey man, I'm gonna just
Yeah,
say
but the
something.
winner just had a high auto bid, so it just kept outbidding me.
Oh.
War?
Uh,
Maybe
auto
next
bid.
time.
Yeah, where's
we're
War at?
gonna
That's War's-
send
that's
more.
War's go-to move.
Hey Bear, should we tell him or should we wait?
Which one?
What?
Royal Bear, should we tell him or should we wait? Should we build a little suspense on what we got going?
Do it. Shill it. Shill it.
Yeah, chill it.
He said, "Shill it. You need to come to Discord because that was the whole point of my shillers. That's why I named him that." Yeah, dude, y'all need to come through, man. Got some sick. Me and Cabbits too. We got something going on. It's gonna be pretty fire.
All right.
All right. All right. It's 7:30. You guys ready?
I want some of those shoes.
Go whenever you are, bro.
Cool.
Yeah, that's what.
All right.
That's part of it.
All right.
Okay, thanks for coming, guys. We appreciate it. Humble Miner did an awesome job setting this all up. We should all thank him when we get a chance, because this is not easy. Auctions are fun, but setting up a whole event and meetup is definitely a lot more complicated. Kind of some simple rules. Troy kind of has the final say. He's going to say it when it's over, and if you don't get your auction in or your bid in time, that's what it is. There's a couple dance moves that make noise. If you guys could hold off on doing those when Troy's doing his thing, that would be great. If you don't intend to bid or pay, then please don't bid. We don't want to waste everybody's time. So if you're going to bid, awesome. If not, then just enjoy the show and have fun. Be respectful. That's kind of it for the rules. We have our first auction, which is going to be the Mango Steel Seed Plate. It's going to be the first one that they've ever released. From what I understand, it comes with its own little kit where you can like punch your 12 words in and kind of keep that off the blockchain and your own little thing. I don't know if Doug's here, if he wants to provide a little bit more information about it.
Sure. Yeah, I'm here. I'm going to drop some links in here. We've got an NFT. It's a 3D NFT that's on an asset built on Mango Farm. It's a seed plate, so you can store. It's actually got space for 24 words. Designed for Ice Wallet, so that you can have a regular Mango Farm or Ravencoin wallet, with 12 words, and then use the other 12 for your Ice Wallet seed. Then it's got a little little lock that you can lock it so that you can tell if it's been tampered with, and a stamp kit, which you sort of take a hammer and punch your seed words in with the stamp kit. It's pretty cool. It's worth about $100, for all the parts and that sort of thing. And we're doing an NFT for it, and 100% of the proceeds after the auctioneer's fee go to the foundation.
Awesome. Troy, do your thing. I think no starting bid on this, so whatever you think it's worth, Troy. I think Doug gave us a rough estimate.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, and let's go. Anybody want to get them started? Come on, talk to me. How many Ravencoin you got you want to give? Turn them loose and let's fly. 500. I got to be at a 500 here, and I got a 500 now 6. 500 now 6 here, we got 6 here now 7. How about 7? 600 to be at now 7. 6 now to go down to go to 7. 7 we go 7 where? 650 now 7. 700 now 7.5. How about 7.5? We go 5.5. We go 750 where? 750 now 8. 8 we give 8. 750 now 8. I got 1,000. Let's go. How about that? That's a way to smack them. Hit them hard. 1,000, please. 1,000 now going in on 1,100 where and 11 where. 1,000 now 11. Hey, 1,000 now 1,100 where. A little bit I'm to get 11, 1,100 where. 1,000 to get 1,100 where. Hey, 1,000 now 11 where. 1,000 now bit of I'm to give 11, to give 1,100 anywhere. 1,100 anywhere. Come on, 1,100 Ravencoin. Let's go. Hey, 1,000, 1,100. I'll take 50 if you'll get in for 1,050. Come on, 50, we'll give 50, we'll give 50, we'll get 1,050 where. 1,000 now 50. 1,050. How about 1,100? Y'all done? Y'all through? Hey, 1,000 now 1,100. Y'all done? 1,150. I got now 1,200. 1,150 now 12. We get 12. We get 12. Where? 1,200. Where? 12. I got now 13. Hey, 12 to bit of I'm to get a 13. 13. About a 13. Where? 1,200 now bit of I'm to get a 13. We'll give a 13. 1,250 now 13. 1,250. We'll get a half to 13. 1,250 bit of I'm to 13 now 13 and a half. 13 and a half to bit of I'm to 13 and a half. Where? 13 now half. 13 now half. 13 now half anywhere. 13.50 we'll get 50 where. 13.50 got to warm them up. Let's go. Hey, 13 now 50 we'll get 13.50 we'll get 50 where. 13 now 50. 13 now 50 we'll give anywhere. 13.50 going once. 13 we'll get 13.50. 13.50 anybody. Come on anywhere. 13 but I'm to 13.50 anywhere. Are y'all done? And I dropped the hammer at 1,300 Ravencoin.
Grats, Splagid. I think you say Grats, Splagid. All right, let's go next one. We got 666. Well, 6, are you around? Do you want to give some information about your NFT?
Yeah, you guys hear me?
Yep, gotcha.
Yep.
Gotcha. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's one of 13 ever going to be made. This is one of the only ones being sold. There was one other one. The rest of them are just being given away to members of the community. So hopefully will become very rare. That's about it.
Awesome. Awesome. It looks like starting bid of 2,500. So let's go ahead and get that started, Troy.
All right, 25, and I already see it on the screen. 2,500 now, 27 and a half. 25, 27 and a half. Well, I'll let you in at 26, and there's 3, and here we go. 3 now, 35 to pie to get a 35 to 3 now, 35. 3 now, 35 to pie to get a 35. Where? There's 4 now, 5. 4 now, 5 pie to get a 5 pie to get a 4,000 now, 5. 4 now, 5 and 5 now, 6. 5 to put a bomb to go 6. Come on, 6. Here we go 6. Where the pie to get a 6? Where about a 55? Then 5 pie to get a 55, but to get a 55. Where there's 6 and now 7. 6 a bit of bomb to go to 7. 7 to go to 7,000. Where 6 now 7. 65 now 7. 65 now 7 or 7 now 7 and a half. 7,500. Where's 8 now 85. 8 now 85 to pie to get 85. Where 8 now 85. Where's 85 now 9. 85 now 9 now 10,000. Where 10 a bit of bomb to go to 10,000. Where a little bit of bomb to go to 10,000. Come on 10. You got 10. Where 9 now 10. 9 now 10. I'll take 95 and I'll get to 10. We got them both. 95 10 now 10 5. 10 5 to put a bomb to 5 5 to get a 5 more. Come on. 500 more. Let's go. 10,500 and you're in. 10 5 10 5. Come on to 10 5. Where 10 5 10 5 and there it is. Now 11. 11. Where at 11 11 to give 11,000. Where 11 11 to give 11. Come on. Bit of bomb to give 11. Where's 11 now 11 and a half. 11 to bit of bomb now half. 11 to bit of bomb now half it to get a half it to get a half it 11 and a half. 11 5 is what I need. 11 5 there it is. How about 12? 11 5 now 12 and there it is. How about 15? Somebody rear back and hit hard. Let's go. Hey, 12,000. You're going to get more. Going to get more. 12 and a half to 13. Where you going to go? How about 15? Come on, somebody jump in. 12 now half it to give it a half it to 13. Where you going to be? 12 and a half now 13. 12 and a half to put a bomb now 13. 13, come on. 12 and a half now, 13, and there it is now half. 13 now half, 13 5, 13 500. Hey, come on, a 13 and a half to give it a 13 and a half, and I believe I will. Come on. 13 will give it, and come on, and there's 13 and a half now, 14. Hey, 14,000, but I'm at 14, let's go. 14,000. Anybody gonna give it 14,000? 13 5 now, 14. Hey, I believe I would at 14, and there it is, 14 and a half. Hey, 14 now, half it, give it a half to give it a half. Oh, you're making me work tonight, folks. That's good. 14 now half. 14 now half to get a 14.5. 14.5. Anybody 14.5? Come on. Hey, you got to get your fingers moving. 14.5 to be around. There it is now 15. 14 and a half. Now 15. 14 and a half to be around to go to 15 to 15. Where to go to 15? 14 and a half to be around to go to 15. Come on to 15. Hey, my ex-wife will do it. Come on. 14 and a half now 15. 14 and a half to be around to get a 15. Where to go to 15? You get a 15 anywhere. 14 and a half to be around to go to 15. 15 anywhere. Y'all through and y'all done. 14 and a half to go to 15. 15 anywhere. Come on. 14 and a half. Last call for 15. Let's go. Going one time. 14 and a half to around to go to 15 anywhere. 15. 14 and a half going twice. Going 3 times. And I dropped the hammer at 14,500 Ravencoin.
Congrats, JW. While I get the next one set up, Troy, I kind of skipped allowing you to introduce yourself. You want to tell everybody who you are a little bit?
Yeah, my name is Troy Holden. I am a licensed auctioneer way over in Nashville, Tennessee. And I'm also a voiceover artist full-time. I do commercials and e-learnings and lots of corporate voiceover. So that's what I do.
Thank you. I'm loving it.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Yeah,
Enjoy
awesome.
it. These are fun.
All right, next up we got Royal Bears, Lost Astro Bear. I think I saw Royal Bears hiding around somewhere. You want to give a little bit of information about your NFT here?
Oh yeah, this is one of the legendary bears. There's only gonna be a few of these Astro Bears coming out. And I collab with Francois to do this specific Royal Bear.
Sorry, apparently my mic was still muted. Awesome, thank you. I think I saw a starting bid of 1,000. You want to go ahead and get that started, Troy?
All right, 1,000 word, here we go. 1,000 word, there it is, and let's roll. There's 1,000, now 15, you're going to need 15 word, you got a 1,500. Hey, 15 word, you get a 15, there it is, now 6 dash 2. Hey, 2,000, now 3, 2 now 3, to 3, you get a 3, 3, you get a 3 word, you get a 3, 2 now 3, 2 now 3, 3, you get a 3 word, 2,000 now 3, 2,000 Ravencoin, will you get 3, 3, will you get 3 for it? Let's go, there's 3. There's 3, 3, you got 3 now 35, 3 now 35, 3 now 35 to 5 to get a 35. I see a 0.5, but I ain't sure where you're going. There's 35, now 4. 35 to but I'm to go to 4, 4 to go to 4,000 where to 35 but I'm to go to 4, 4 to get a 4 where 4,000 where there's 10,000 and somebody done reared back and slapped him mama. 10,000 now 12 and a half. 10 but I'm to go 12 and a half to have to 10 to go 12 and a half to have to go 12 and a half. 10 we go 12 and a half. How about 11? 10 go 11, 11 to go 11 where 10 go 11, 11 to go to 11. 10 go to 11 but I'm to go 11, 11 to go to 11. Come on 11, there it is, now 12. 10, 11, now 12. 11, now 12, 12 to go 12,000. Where to go 12, 12 to go to 12,000. Come on, jump in before it gets too late. 11 bit of bomb to go to 12. 12,000 bit of bomb to go to 12, 12 to go to 12, 12 to go to 12. It's Ravencoin, you got to turn them loose. Let's go. 11, now 12. 11 bit of bomb to go 12, 12. I'll let you in for a half. 11,500, anybody? 11,500 to 5 to go to 5,500 to go to 11,500, 11,500, 11,500. Anybody? 11,500. 11,500. Anybody? Anywhere? Come on, come on. Don't lose out. Don't go home empty-handed. Let's go. 11 now 500 to go 11,500 to go 11,500 to go 11,500. Anybody? 11,500. Gonna call them down. 11,500 going one time. 11,500 going one time. 11, 11 to go 11,500 to 11, 11,500. Anybody? 11,500. 11,500. Anywhere? Y'all done? Gonna let her fall. Drop the hammer at 11,000 Ravencoin.
Congratulations, Sonia. All right, next we got the infamous Legion Smokers. Go ahead and show your NFT over here.
Yeah, so this is the first actual 3D degen that's actually a miner. We have not had one out yet. This will be the first one and pretty much the only one. We have one more that's an AR version, different body, but this is the only miner that will really exist.
Awesome, thank you, thank you. Starting bid of 1,000 Raven. Go ahead and do your thing, Troy.
All right, folks, jump in while you can. I've already got 1,000 now, 2. Hey, 1,000 now, 2. How about 3? Come on, 3. 3, you got 3 now, 4. 3 now, 4. 4 to get a 4. 4 is 4 now, 5. 4 now, 5. 5 go 5. 5, and there's 6. Now 7. 6 now, 7. We give 7. 7 to get 7. 6 now, 7. 6 now, 7. 7 to get 7. Where? 6 now, 7. 6 now, 7. 7 to I'm to go 7. 7. Come on, you got quiet on me. 6,000 now, 7. Where? 6 a bit of I'm to go to 7. 7. 7 to go to 7. Where? 6 to go to 7. 7 to go to 7. Where? Come on, 7. 6 bit of I'm to go to 7. Anywhere 7. Come on, 7. Here we go. 6 bit of I'm to go to 7. 7 to go to 7. 6 to go to 7. 7. How about 65? I'll let you in for 5. 65. 5 to get a 65. 5 to get a 65. Where? 60. 65. 5 to get a 65. 6 now 65. 65 anywhere 65. 6 now 65. Anybody 65? Come on, come on. You know how we are. We'll drop the hammer and you'll be standing there with your pants down. Come on. 6 now 65. 5 to get a 65. Anybody 65? Anybody 65? Going one time at 6. 6 to 1 at 6. 6 65. 65 anywhere going twice. 6 now 5 high to go to 65. 5 to go to 65. Drop the hammer. 6,000 Ravencoin.
Congratulations, Wajid. Next one we have is Ravenskull's NFT Freedom. Is Ravenskull's NFT in the house?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, so this is the Freedom NFT. This is from Series 2. This is the first Ravenskull's one of one in Series 2. Series 1 had the Commons, and basically it's an MP4. It rotates 360 degrees, and there'll be 22 titles, and this is the Freedom title.
Awesome, thank you for that. I didn't see, was there a starting bid? Sorry, I think I slid out of it.
500.
500. Go ahead, Troy, do your thing.
All right, 5 is the low, and let's go. 5 high to get them started. Here we go to 5 high to get them started. 5 5. Anybody anywhere? 5. Let's go. 5 and let's go. And there it is now 6. 5 and now 6. Even to get 6. Even to get 6. 5 but I'm to get a 6. 6 and we give 6. I believe is that a 1250? Let me make sure. Is that 1250? No. Tell me where you want to go. 5 now, 6, he will give 6, he will give 6, where 5 now, 6, 5 now, 6, he will give 6, where give 6. That is 1250. Hey, 1250 now, 13. 1250 now, 13. 13 will get 13. Where? 13 now, 14. 13, but I'm going to go to 14. 14. That's the way you play. You slap hard. 1250, 13. Where? 13 now, 14. 1400. Where they go to 14 to 14. Where they got 1300 now, 14. 1300, but I'm going to go to 14. We'll go to 14. Where? 13 now, 14. About 13 and a half. We'll let you in for a half. 13.5. 13.5. How do you get to 13.5? Come on to 13.5. Anybody 13.5? 13,000 now, 13.5. Anywhere 13.5? Going once at 13. Going twice at 13. Come on, come on. 13.5. Anybody, anywhere. Y'all done? Sold it. 13,000 Raven.
$13,000 or 1,300? Okay, that's what I thought.
I tried.
Humble Miner, you want to talk about number 37 over here?
Yeah, sure. So it's a 1-for-1. So we started the Humble Miner character collection. So this is definitely unique. Definitely none of them look anything like this. Definitely wanted to make one exactly just something for this event. So if you do play the game, we're actually going to be implementing some character NFTs. So if you sign up, you'll get a character NFT down the line. But yeah, this is definitely a unique piece.
Awesome, thank you. I believe there is no starting bid for that. So Troy, we already got a bid.
And actually, my proceeds will actually go to the Ravencoin Foundation as well as Just NFTs.
Awesome, thank you.
All right, and I see a 1. We're going to take that as 1,000. Is that where we're at? 1,000, 1,000, 1,000 now 2, 1,000 now 2. 1,000, a bit of bound to go 2, 2 to 1 to go 2, about 1,500 in, and let's go. 1,500 I got now 2. 15 now 2, 2 to go 2, 2 to go 2. Where? 1,500 now 2, 2. There it is. How about 2,500? 2,000 now 500. 2 and 5, 5 to get a 25 to get a 25. Where? 2,500. Where to go to 25 to go to 25? 2,500. Anybody 25? We'll take 21 if you want to get in. 2,000 now 21. 2 now 1, 1 to get a 21. 1 to get a 21. 2,000 now 21. Anybody 2,100. 2,100 anywhere. 2 now 21 to 1 to 1 to get 21. Anybody anywhere 21? Y'all in? Y'all done? If you ain't moving, we ain't grooving. Let's go. 2,000 now 21 to 1 to get a 21. There it is now 2. 21 now 2, 2 to get 22. 2. 21 now 2. 21 now 2, 2 get 22. 21 now 2. There it is now 3. 23 where? 2,200 now 3. 3 to 2,300. There it is now 24. 23 now 4. 23 now 4 to 4 to get a 4. 4 to $2,400 and you're in. 2,400 Raven and you're in. Come on, come on. 24 4 to get a 24. 23 and a half then. 23 and a half anywhere. 23 now half to get 20 half. What do you get a half? 23 now half. 23 now 50 50 will get 50 50 will get 50 forward. We're at 23 50. 23 even to get 50 50. Come on. 2,300 now 50 anywhere. 23 now 23 50 anywhere. Y'all through, y'all done. 2,300 now 50. 50 anywhere. 23 now 50 going once. 2,300 now 50. 23 50 anywhere going twice. 23 23 now 50 anywhere. All said and all done. And we sold it at 2,300 Ravencoin.
Congratulations, Dan. All right, next up we have Catbits, number 323. Catbits, did you want to talk about your NFT at all?
Okay, so hi guys, this is Catbits. Oh no, Catbits is only 500 forever. So, and this Catbits 323 has around
Catbits might have lost connection. So it looks like it's one of the legendary Catbits, Gold Crown badass shades apparently. Blue smoking pipe, brown gems, starting at 1,000 Raven. Let's do it. Go ahead, Troy.
All right, here we go. 1,000 where and 1,000 there it is now. 2,000 now 2 we get 2 where we get 2 1,500 now 2 15 now 2 we get 2 we get 2 forward where 2 now 25 2,500 we're gonna go to high and a half and go 2,500 and let's go 2 now 25 2 now 25 to 5 now 3 2,500 bit of bomb now 3,000 where 3 now 3,000 where 3 now bit of bomb to go to 3 3 to go to 3,000 let's go 3 now 3 3 25 now 3 25 to bit of bomb to go to 3 3 to go to 25 now 3 3 to go 3 2,500 now 3 25 to bit of bomb now 3 how about 27 and a half then I'll let you in 2750 2750 will get 2750 where 2750 will get 50 will get 2750 how about 2750 come on we'll go 2750 well how about 26 in 26 to bit of bomb to go to 6 he will go 6 anywhere 26 2,500 got 6 nobody's moving nobody's grooving let's go 2,500 now 6 anybody anywhere 2,600 anywhere 26 here we go last call at 2,600 sold at 2,500 Raven.
Congratulations, Matthew. All right, so I'm obviously never going to do this justice because it's synth. So I'm going to link the IPFS for it so you guys can kind of play around with it for a minute. It's a virtual real estate that synth's made. There's apparently a bunch of like hidden features or something built into it that he was talking about, but go ahead and click the link, play with it for a minute, and then we'll go ahead and get started at 500 opening bid here in a minute.
What's the door key?
That is for the buyer only.
Well, it looks like we're getting started. I got 1,100, then 12, and then 13. Anybody want to type along? Here we go. There's 2 and 2,500. Where we going next? There's 3,000. 3, 3, 3 to get 3, 3. Now a little more while you're playing with the door. Hey, 4,000 now 5. 4 bit of bomb to go to 5, 5 to go to 5, 5 to go to 5. Where? 5, 5. Come on, 5. 5 to bit of bomb to go to 5, 5 to go to 5, 5 to go to 5. 5 where you go? There's 5 now 6. 5 bit of bomb to go 6. 5 high now 6 now 7. 7,000 where? 7 7 give 7 where you get 7,000. Come on 7,000 let's go. 70 bit of bomb to go 7 7 to go to 7,000 we go 7,000 where? 6 now 7. 6 a bit of bomb to go 7. 6 bit of bomb to go 7. Come on, you know what you're missing. Let's go. 6 a bit of bomb to go 7 7 to go to 7 7 to go to 7 where? 6,000 now 7 anybody 7. 7,000 anybody anywhere come on come on 6 now 7 6 now 7 hey come on 7 7 leave it around to go to 7 7 to go to 7 I believe I would go 7 6 now 7 a bunch of you's out get back in easy how about 65 65 high to get a 65 to get a 65 go to 65 where 65 high to go to 65 65 come on 65 6,500 let's go 6 now 6,500 6 now 6,500 6,500 anybody 65 65 anywhere. There it is now 7. 65 now 7 7 go to 7 7 go to 7 65 now 7 now 75 65 7 75 7 now 5 5 to go to 75 7,000 a bit of bomb to go to 75 where to go to 75 7,000 now bomb to go to 75 7 to 75 come on 500 more and you're in let's go 7 now 5 high to go to 75 to go to 75 7,500 where 7,500 where let's go 7,500 anybody go 75 5 5 to go to 75 anybody anywhere 75 gonna call them dead now here any minute 7 now 5 high to go to 75 72 and a half anybody want in for 2 and a half 72 and a half to go 72 and a half I'll let you in for 250 let's go 7 now 72.50 anywhere to 72.50 72.50 anywhere here we go last call 7 now 72.50 and we sold it at 7,000 Raven.
Congratulations, Legend.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
And I think this is what a lot of people have been waiting for. The original Foul Punks is Foul Punks in the house. You want to talk about it a bit? I don't know if they're here.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, so this is the very first Foul Punk ever created and minted on Ravencoin, number 000. He's not part of any series. And he's named Ravencoin. He's in Ravencoin colors.
Very nice. I believe the opening bid was 2,100. Let's go ahead and get started, Troy.
All right, folks, and you know where we're at. Here we go. 21, and there it is now. 2 to 22 now. 3 to 3. There's 3,000 now. 35. 3 now. 5 high to get a 35. There's 4,000 now. 5 4 and 5 high to get a 5 now. 6 equal to give 6. 5 now. 6 equal to get 6 equal to get 6. 5 now. 6 5 but a bomb get 6 now. 7 6 and 7 7 to give 7. Where 6 now. 7. I got 7 double time. Here we go. I have to take the first one. 7 7 to be 7 now. 8 8 now. 9 8 now. 9 and 9 give a 9 9 to give a 9. Where 9,000. Let's go. Where's 9 and now 10,000. Let's go. Crank them up and let them roll. 9 now. 10 10 will get 10 10 will go 10. Where 10,000. Where let's go. 9,000 a bit of bomb to go to 9 now. 10 9 now. 10 10,000 will go 10 10 will go 10 10 will go 10. Hey, let's cross the Holy Grail. Let's go. Hey, 10 where go 9 now. 10 10 but I'm go 10 9 and a half. I'll take it now. 10 95 now. 10 9,500 now. 10 10 will go 10,000. Where 9,500 go 10 95 now. 10 there it is now. 11 10 now. 11 10 but I'm to go 11 11 to go 11 11 to go 11. Where 10 now. 11 10 now. 11 I'll let you in for a half. 10 now. Half now. 11 10 and a half. 11 11 to go 11. Where to 10 and a half. 11 we'll get it the hard way. There's 11 now. 11 and a half. 11 now. Half 11 and a half. Hey, 11 now. Half to 11 and a half. Half to 11 and a half. 11 now. 11 and a half. Hey, come on. 11 now. Half 11 5. Anybody anywhere? 11 5. Anybody? Come on, come on, come on. There's 11 5 now. 12 11 5 but I'm to go 12 12 11 5 but I'm to go 12 12,000 where 11 5 to 12. We'll get in the hard way just like my ex. Here we go again with her. 11 5 now. 12 12 11 5 but I'm to go to 12 11 5 but I'm to go to 12 12 to go to 12 where 11 5 go 12,000 where 11 5 to go to 12,000. Anybody anywhere? 11 5 now. 12 and there it is. 12,000 Ravencoin. 12,000 but I'm to go to 13. Hey, 12 now. 13. I'll take 12 and a half. 12 and a half anywhere. Come on, come on. 12 now. Half and there it is now. 13. 12 and a half now. 13. 13 but I'm to go to 13. Where are you going to bid at 13? Somebody's got to bid. Let's go. 12 and a half now. 13. 12 and a half but I'm to go to 13 to 13 and get them moving. Let's go. 12 and a half now. 13. 13 you're out at 13. Let's go. 12 and a half and 13. 12 and a half but I'm to go to 13. Anybody 13 anywhere? 12 and a half 13. Come on. 13,000 anywhere. Oh, what a lucky number it'd be. 12 and a half to go 13 to 13. Anybody 13? Y'all done? Going one time at 12.5. 12.5 is where I'm at and where I'm stuck. 12.5, are you going to bid? 12.5 going twice? Going 3 times? 12.5 going 13. Anybody 13? Dropping the hammer at 12,500 Ravencoin.
Congratulations, Sonia. All right, so next up we have a glass token. I'll let Brandon talk about that in a minute, but it's a glass token for the Ravencoin, Raven Art NFT, or Raven art unit. Sorry, the video you guys were watching earlier in the beginning was the coin that was being made. Crypto, you want to talk about it a little bit more?
Sure. So these coins were made in 2019, Project 33, and there's only 265 of them for 173, and
Did we lose your mic?
Not sure where he went.
You guys not hear that?
No, we can't hear anything.
Can't hear me?
I think we got you now.
We heard the first bit, but then you cut off.
So there's only 265 of these. Each last coin has an NFT tied to it, and yeah, this is number 173.
Awesome. Let's go ahead and get it started. I think we already got some bids.
That we do. We were at 1,000, hit 1,100. Now I see 14. How about 15? 1,500. Let's go. 15 now. 16. 16. Come on, there's 2,000. That's the way you play. 2 now. 25 to 5 to get a 25 now. 3,000. 25 now. 3. 3 to get a 3. There's 4 now. 5. 4 now. 5 high to get a 5. Where to 4 now. 5. There's 5 now. 75. 5 now. 7,500. Where 5 to get a 7,500. 5 to get a 75. I'll let you in for 6. 5 now. 6. 5 bit of bomb at 6. 6 will give a 6. Where 5,000 bit of bound to get 6, he will go 6, he will go 6, 5 now 6, 5 but a bound to go 6, 5 but a bound to go 6, he will go 6, he will go 6, 5 now 6, 5,000 now 6, come on 6, 6 will go 6,000. 5 now 6,000, 55 then, and come on 55 high to get a 55, and there it is now 6, 55 now 6, 55 now 6, he will go 6 where 55 now 6,000, 5 will go 6, 55 will go 6, he will go 6, will go 6, 5,500 now 6, 5,500 now 6, come on 6,000 anywhere, 5,500 now 6, I'll take 57 and a half if you want to get in, 55 now 7 and a half to have to get 7 and a half, 57 and a half, anybody 57 and a half anywhere, go and call them down, here we go, 55 now 7 and a half, 57 and a half anywhere going once, 57 and a half anywhere going twice, 57 and a half the 3 times, and drop the hammer at 5,500 Raven.
Congratulations, Doug. All right, next up we have Block Dog's Ska Punks. Block Dog, you want to talk about Ska Punk number 195 real quick?
So I'm actually going to be talking about it. It's a collab piece. This project is a collab between myself and Black Dog. Black Dog doesn't have a mic, so he asked me to speak on it. This is actually the very last of Wave 1 that is for sale. There are a couple that will be given away, like the one prior a minute ago, but this is actually the last one for sale from Wave 1. Awesome. Let's go ahead and get that started at 300 Raven, I think.
All right, folks, here we go. 3 to get 3. There's 5. 5 away to go at 5. I got a blockchain at 5. Hey, 5 now 6. I got 1,000. Hey, got 1,000 there. Right, Dan come in there hard at 1,000, and there it is. There's 12 and a half. Where we're going out at 15. 12 and a half about a 15. There's 13, and I'll take it now 14. 13 now 14. Will you get 14? Where? 1,300, but buy them at 14. Where will you get a 14? Come on, 14. There's 15. Now 16. 1,500 now 16. 15, but buy them at 16. Where do you get a 16? 1,500 now 16. 15, but buy them at 16. Will you buy them at 16? Come on, 16 anywhere. 15 now 16. 15 now 16. Anybody want in? Let's go. 15 now 16, but buy them at 16. Where? You slowing down. Come on. 15 now 16. Anybody 16? 16, come on, there's 1,550. We'll take it. 1,600 now. 15 and a half now, 16. 15 and a half to buy them at 16. 16 anywhere. 15 and a half now 16. 15 to buy them at 16. Where to buy them to 16? Where 15 and a half now 16. Are y'all in? Y'all done? 15 and a half at 16. Y'all through? Going one time at 15 and a half. 15 and a half last call for 16. Anybody anywhere? Sold at 1,550.
Congratulations, Matthew. All right, next up we have the Voodoo Dolls one-off. I don't know if Signature Seeker's here, if you want to speak about it at all. Not here, okay. So it's a custom one-off Voodoo NFT combining features in one export. Starting bid is going to be 1,500 Raven. Go ahead, Troy.
All right, and 15, and we've got 3,000 to go. 3,000 now 35. 3 and 5 pi to get a 35 to pi to get a 35. Where to get 3 now 35. 3 now 35 to pi to get a 35. About 32 and a half. Come on, somebody jump in. Hey, I got 3 now 2 and a half. 3 and 2 and a half to have to get a 32 and a half. 3,000 now 2 and a half. Where to go 2 and a half. Hey, I got 32 now 3. 32 now 3. 3 to go to 3. 32 now 3. 3 to 3. 3 to go to 3. 3 to get a 3. Where? 3 to get a 3 now 32 now 3. 3,200 now 33. 32 to put around to go to 3. 3 to go to 33. Where to 32 now 3. 3,200 now 33. Come on, 3,300. Anybody anywhere? Come on. Hey, we'll close them quick. You know we move fast. Let's go. Had 3 now 32. Looking for 3,300. Anybody want in at 33? 33 to put around to go to 33. To 3 to go to 33. Anywhere? 33. Y'all done? Dropping the hammer at 3,200 Raven.
Congratulations, Sonia.
Nice job.
All right, next we have Cash Kings Mona 1. Are you here? Do you want to talk about Mona?
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Some of you may remember the very first NFT that was auctioned here at Braveland was a Mona Lisa NFT. So I like to think that Mona Lisa was destined to be tokenized on Ravencoin. I'm pretty excited about this project. It was a collaboration with a few artists and other NFT collectors that just provided a lot of ideas, and thank you to them. So this is the first NFT in the Cryptomona series. To my knowledge, this is the only NFT series that combines pixel art concepts with Leonardo da Vinci's original masterpiece. So I think that's kind of unique. And I think that's all I have. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Starting bid at 300 Raven.
Well, 3's a good place to start, but I got 5 and now I got 6, and how about 7? There's 7 now 8. 800 where there's 8 and there's 1,000. 8,000 now 11. 1,100 where we got 1,000 now 11. 11 there's 11 now 12. There's 1,200 now 13. There's 1,500 now 17 and a half. 15 a bit of time to go 17 and a half. 15, 17 and a half anywhere. 15 now 17 and a half. Hey, 15, come on, how about 16? 15 a bit of time to go to 16. Where do you get 16? There's 16 now 17 where? 16 now 17. 17, I believe I would. 16, a bit of time to go 17. You go to 17 where? 16 now 17. There's 1,700. 1,700 now 18. 1,800 where you want to give 18? I got 5,000 and somebody done turned loose with 5,000. 5,000 now 6. 5 but I'm to go 6. Even go 6 where to go 6. 5 now 6. 5 now 6. Let you in for 55. 5,100 I'll let you in. 5,100 now 2. 51 now 2. 2 to get a 52. 5,100 now 2. There's 8,000 and here we go. 8,000 now 9. Hey, but I'm to go to 9. 9 8. But I'm to go to 9 where? 8,000 now 9. Hey, but I'm to go to 9. 9 9,000 where let you in for 85. Let's go. 8 now 85. If I to get 85 where? 8 85. 85 anybody 85? There's 81 now 2. 1 now 2. 81 now 2. 2 to get 2 where to get 81 now 2. 2 to get 2 for it. 8,000 now 81 now 2. 81 now 2. 2 to get 2. There's 10,000 Raven now 11. 10,000 now 11. 11 to get 11 where to 10,000 now 11. 10,000 around to go 11. 11 to go 11 where to 10 now 11. Rare back and swing hard. You're going to have to win this one. Here we go. 10,000 now 11. 11 to go 11 where? 10,000 now 11. Anybody 11? 11 to go 11 where to go 11? There's 11 now 12. 11 bit of time to go to 12. 12 to go to 12. To go to 12 where? 11 go 12. There's 12 now 13. 12 to time to go to 13. 12 to time to go to 13. 13 time to go to 13 where to go to 13,000. Come on, believe it would a 13. There's 13. Now 14. 13 now 14. 14, come on, there's 15. Hey, 15 now 17 and a half. 15 to put around to go to 17 and a half. I'll take 16, but we'll go the hard way. 16 now 17. 16 to put around to go to 17 to 17. 17, come on. We'll take another bidder if you want in. There's 17 now 18. 17 to put around to go to 18. 18,000 to go 18. Where? 18,000, come on, 18,000. Anybody, anywhere? Come on, come on, come on. 17 and a half. Now 18. 17 and a half, we're going to go the long, the hard way, and that's all right with me. 17 and a half to 18. How about 18 and a half? 18 now half, having to go 18 and a half to half to 18 and a half. 18,500, let's go. 18 now half, having to go half. 18 will go half. 18 will go 500 more. 18,5, 18,5, come on, come on. 18 now 5 to go to 18,5. Anybody want in at 18,5? Come on, come on. The door's going to close. 18 will 5 to go to 18,5. There's 18,500. 18,500 now 19. 19,000 where? Hey, 19 and now 19,5. 19 to have to give a half. 19 now half. 19 to to give a half to get a half to get a half. 19,5 where? And I believe I would. And boom, here it comes. Come on. 19 now 5 and there it is. 19,5 now 20,000. 20 but a bomb to go to 20 where to go to 20. 20 to go to 20. I believe I would. 20,000 will leave it do it. Come on. 500 more. 20 will leave it around at 20,000. Come on, come on. 19,5 now 20. Come on, anybody 20. 19,5 20 20 20,000 anywhere. Going one time at 19,500. Going once 19,500. Anybody at 20,000. 19,5 going 2 times. 19,5 going 2 times. Anybody y'all who y'all done it? 19,5 looking for 20. Third call. Last call. 19,500. Dropping the hammer right there at 19,500.
Wow, congratulations, Legend. I think MK14 definitely gave you a run for your money on that one. Okay, last we have up is the Raven Rock from Net Ravencoin. Are you guys available to talk about the NFT?
I am here. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Julie, and this is a proof of concept. One of my other interests outside of crypto is I cut custom gemstones, custom shapes for sort of art jewelers, people who show in art galleries around the world. And so I've been thinking about how useful it would be to have the provenance on the Ravencoin blockchain. So that's what I've done here. I created a gemstone certificate to go along with the Ravencoin shaped rock. It's Wonderstone, which is a type of jasper. Usually you would set this in jewelry. You also could put it in a shadow box on display. Enjoy.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Julie. It looks really cool. I think the starting bid is 2021 Raven.
Well, we're already ahead of the game. 21 already on the block. 2100, now 25. Come on, folks. This is one of a kind. It's gorgeous. 25, there it is now. 3 to get a 3,000. We're at a 3. 25 now, 3. Somebody needs to swing hard. There's 3 now. 35, 5 to get a 35. 3 now, 5 high to get a 35. To 5 to get a 35. 3 now, 5 high to get a 35. 35 now, 4. 4,000 were 35 and 4. Let's go. Crank it up. 35 to put on to get a 4. 4 to get a 34. There's 5,000. That's how you play. 5 now, 75. Come on, folks. Well worth it. Look at it. 5 now, 75 of high to get a 75 of high to get a 75. 5 now, 75. I'll take it less, but let's go. Let's holler for it. 75 of high to get a 75. Anybody 75? I'll take 6, but let's go. 5 now go. 5 now go. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on. That's 5 now, 6. Come on. 6,000 where? 6. He to put around to go to 6. He will put around to go to 6. 6, 6. Anywhere? 6. Come on. 5 now, 6. I'll take 55 if you want in. 5 now, 55 of high to get a 55 and go to 55. Come on, don't fall out now. 5 now, 55 of high to go to 55. Anybody 55, 55. Hey, come on, 55. Have 5,000 now, 55. Anybody 55? Come on, 55. Let you in for 51. Last call. Here we go, 51. Anybody, anywhere. 5 now, 5,100. Anywhere, go to 51 to 51. You go to 5,100. Anybody 51? Last call. Dropping the hammer at 5,000 Raven.
Awesome. Congratulations, John. That's it, guys. Thanks for coming. I appreciate Humble Miner. I appreciate Troy for coming out here and doing this for us. Appreciate everybody that's in the community that's helping build Ravencoin, Doug with Mango, and Adam and Dejan Smokers and everybody. Wajid for being like a huge supporter of the community. Take a look at all the projects that are going on. Justin Ortiz, you know, we're trying to make some big moves. I know Mango's trying to make some big moves. Without you guys as the community members, we wouldn't be here, right? So we appreciate the support you give us. Talk amongst yourselves, have some fun, enjoy the night. I need Sonia and Matthew to DM me your email so I can get you guys set up for your stuff.
Of course, not a problem.
All right, thank you. Thanks everybody again for coming out here, and definitely take this and reach out to everybody that everybody's met today. We've heard a lot about projects. Definitely ask the questions, hop in Discord, hop on Twitter. Definitely start those conversations, and don't forget over the next 30 days till 30 November. Definitely take that Raven challenge. So hashtag Raven challenge. So do whatever you do, just to support the community, and really just move us forward together. So appreciate everybody.
Thank you. Think of that auction.
Freaking buy his book.
Oh yeah, yeah. Buy Blockchain Tron's book. Available on Just NFTs. I think he's got it other places maybe.
Buy John's book. Yeah, I can't believe I still can't get over your character as a girl, man. That's awesome. What's up, dog?
Good.
Off stage, or you just hanging out there? Go, boys. It was a good event, man. Cool seeing live auction.
It was awesome.
Troy was cracking me up. He's the best.
Yeah, dude. When you said you coming as X, bro, I was dying over here.
People are still dancing.
Good event, man.